Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energies, essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always with the bi-weekly readings, as with any tarot reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. And if there are any questions about placements, description box. Right, as of today, myself, my daughter, and Cinnamon, we should all be back home from our vacation. Yes, I'm sure we had a lovely time. I will catch up with you about that next Sunday when I'll have pictures and stories to tell, I have no doubt. In fact, if it's anything like last year, I'll extend our stay by a day or two because, you know, sometimes you just want to stay in it, right? You're having a fabulous time, and hey, if you can give yourself and your family an extra day or two, take it. That's what I say. No, Cinnamon did not join. I feel more comfortable if she stays with family and friends or her doggy daycare that does accommodate for overnight boarding. Let me tell you, she loves that place. Sometimes I have to work very hard to get her out of there. She doesn't want to leave. She's spoiled rotten. And, and I am not exaggerating. That fur baby is spoiled rotten. Okay. No matter where she goes or who she's with. And she is a dog of dogs. She gets along with everybody. So I tell you what, that one, she just gets attention round the clock, no matter where she is. And I love it. So like I said, sometimes it is hard to get her out of other people's homes if I let her stay with them, or again at her doggy daycare. So she always has a blast. Remind me to update you all what I've been doing. Oh my goodness, getting back into it for a start. Let me tell you, I love it. Oh, feeling so good. My energy's back up. My stamina's back up. I did a post on it not too long ago on Facebook. So FYI, if you're on Facebook and you care to join me, the link is in the description box. You know, I've gotten back into my healthier habits around exercise, specifically cardio. I do some weight training, yes, absolutely. Flex, calisthenics, I do all that good stuff. But the main emphasis has been for the past several months, and I would say seasons at this point, is getting reconditioned to my cardio habits, and I think I'm there. It's nice to have my energy back because I'll tell you what, it was really neglectful for a fair amount of time, longer than I've probably ever neglected my personal exercise. And mind you, I have been training regularly since my 20s. So, you know, when you get negligent of those good, healthy habits, it starts to stack up month by month, season by season. I would say I was more acutely aware of it last November, October, November of 2025. And I said, okay, it's time to make some changes. So anyway, this is where I'm at. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fabulous. Extra energy to spare. I'm loving it. But yeah, it's been good. Speaking of getting back into it, I recently got consultation with a tattoo artist because I never meant to stop here. This is like part one or layer one. There's supposed to be a part two. The tattoo artist I was originally working with, she left actually shortly after my working with her, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's been a couple years actually. And I tell you what, it was just time to get back to it. So started, like I said, working with a consultant, and we got some really good ideas about how to add the second layer, some details, some shading, some color. I can't wait. But that's going to have to wait till post-vacation because obviously they don't want to work with skin that has been recently exposed to sun. Despite all your best efforts with SPF, they still want a couple of weeks of fading from any sort of sun exposure before they'll start working on you. So anyway, yeah, I can't wait to get back to this and get this finished up. It will not be a full forearm sleeve, no, but it will be a full inner elbow to inner wrist design the way I had originally thought about it. We're going to add some colors and details, and I can't wait. So I'm just excited, guys. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling more like myself these days and getting back to the stuff that I always intended to. You know that stuff? That's our Four Pentacles stuff. I talk to you guys about it all the time. If you're going to hold on to something, know that you're holding on to it. That way you have a real opportunity to work with it or figure out if you need to let it go. All that stuff that's important to me that I've been holding on to but not necessarily giving to, well, guess what? The energy's back. And I also like to share with you folks from time to time about real life stuff. This channel is not about my real life. It's not a vlogging channel, but every now and again I want to check in with you folks and just let you know this stuff applies to me too. Anyway, moving on. We are still in Gemini season. Once more, happy birthday, dear Gemini. I've already attended several Gemini birthday parties. They're so fancy. They're so extra. I love it. I love it. And honestly, I never know what I'm going to get when I attend a Gemini birthday party, what they're going for, what they're aiming for. But I tell you what, it is never basic. No, no, no. It is never mundane. Yeah, one of my favorite parties I went to this year was a good Gemini friend of mine, known for 15-ish, 20-ish years. We did full-on formal sushi, so attire, dress code, everything. And oh my goodness, just so decadent, gorgeous. But yes, anyway, that's my point is I never know what I'm going to get. And then sometimes Gemini birthday parties can be quite wild, vibrant, colorful, loud. I have no idea, but I get to celebrate them all and I love the energy. Speaking of Gemini, the new moon will be in Gemini tomorrow, the 15th. Actually, it will be a super new moon as well. Ooh, fancy. And then next week will be the intimate tarot readings. Yay! I feel like we just had the last round and here we are again. I'll tell you what, but I'm happy to provide them like always. A personal favorite, as well as a proud cornerstone reading type to this channel. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for your intimate tarot readings, and I will see you at your sign today. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're up first. Show me Leo, please. Six of Cups, Three of Swords, ouch, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess, very good. Opening's a little rough here. Six of Cups, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Nonetheless, this Leo is showing me persistence. So you're showing me precious connection, Six of Cups, soul bond, someone whom you've known a long time. May or may not be a person of intimate value. It's entirely up to you. Three of Swords. There's some hurt here. Ache, pain. Okay, heartbreak. Knight of Pentacles. Like, nonetheless, this Leo's moving forward. Practically, it seems. One step at a time. Very slow. Deliberate. Okay. Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. FYI, there is something coming through for you that I do see you take very quick action on in the next 2 weeks. You seem less than thrilled about it, but nonetheless, I do see you giving this, whatever this is, your full attention. Okay? Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess. Now, going back to your opening here, you have a feeling, right? Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess, that things are starting to reharmonize between you and this person. You two are starting to feel better about each other. But keep moving steadily forward. Queen of Pentacles, you're showing me it's worth it to me. Good. Just make sure it's returned to you as well. But yeah, there's a good feeling here that things are kind of leveling up, or leveling out, I should say, between you two. It refers to this opening. Continue to listen to yourself. All right? Looks like those reports are still fresh, you know? Six of Cups, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting. That Ace of Pentacles, I want to see what that's about. You look less than thrilled. Maybe it's just bad timing. Six of Pentacles, the Star, King of Wands. That's you, darling. That is your court card direct. The Star, Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Here we have this idea of evenness, balance, time, energy, and effort. If I give to this from a good place, a healthy place, and a balanced place, can I expect from you to do the same? It is reasonable, it is fair, and you're showing me a certain confidence around this. Okay, it's a proposition to heal. Yes, absolutely. Now, the Star for healing is not my first interpretation. It isn't. But in terms of a mutual goal, a mutual vision, the Star, something that you can reach for, higher aim, higher purpose. Yeah. The proposition stands then as healing. Okay. It means something to me to work on this with you. Despite the aches, pains, and the Three of Swords, I would still like to try to even this thing out, to balance it up. Can we get on the same goal, the same vision? So it's a united effort, and this is what you hope for. So hope tying back to that united effort, which in some way, yes, represents a healing effort between you and this person. Okay? I think what you're proposing here is very straightforward. You do feel good about it. And I like how you're showing me straight away. It takes two. That's correct. Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Now, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, and then it comes on through King of Swords. Okay. All right. There's something here coming on through for you. Three of Swords. It does seem to be related to this. At first I didn't think so. Eight of Wands, King of Swords, but it does seem to be related. You are responding to it. You are taking action towards this, but you're less than thrilled. Okay. Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, King of Swords. You're getting a response. It's not the feedback you were hoping for. You're showing me disappointment. It's like, okay. So whatever it is that was initially proposed by you, and I do believe it was proposed by you, you are getting a response, and it does look authentic, but you don't like the presentation. Okay, the enthusiasm seems to be missing. There's a sense of sadness here that's still being provoked. It's like, this is not what I was hoping for. So you are showing me disappointment. Okay, and it does seem to be coming back from that Three of Swords. Like I said, your energy here stands in a lovely context of proposition and fairness. But you're showing me, I'm disappointed. This is not the feedback I was hoping for. It's a little cold. It's a little shut down. All right. But it's still there. It's something. It's something. It's not the compromise you wanted, but it is something. It's like, man, I wish I felt better about this. Because you are getting response. But you don't seem to like how it's being presented. It feels a little cold, a little shut down. And therefore you are showing me a little bit of coldness, feeling a little shut down, disappointed. Okay. All right. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess. It's up to you at this point right here if you want to continue to work with this. I know this wasn't what you were personally hoping for. You particularly don't like the way it's talking to you. You thought there'd be more of a rosy glow effect of warmth and understanding. No. No, not as such. At least not right now. But like I said, it's up to you to continue to try to work with this, communicate with it. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess, the Moon, the Emperor, Ace of Swords. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. This is not as straightforward as you were hoping it would be. But it seems that you are willing to meet them more on their terms and conditions as opposed to your initial proposition. Okay. You're not thrilled about it. But it looks like, yeah. All right, fine. All right, fine. This isn't what I was hoping it would be, but nonetheless, I'll work with this. I'm not saying you have to. Like I said, you still have a decision right here. But many of you are choosing to, yeah, go ahead and proceed. You're less than thrilled. But nonetheless, I do see you persisting. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the High Priestess. You have a feeling something here, yeah, it's leveling up. You're saying it's not as easy to understand. The Moon, the Emperor, Ace of Swords. In other words, it's not straightforward. This is incredibly straightforward. This method is less so. So I would just say, you know, manage your expectations. You had hoped this would be a really straightforward thing. You get the results that you want in the end, in terms of you two re-leveling Okay, regrouping, getting back on the same emotional page. It's just not as straightforward. Nonetheless, you feel that you are getting the results intuitively. Continue to listen to the situation, listen to yourself, monitor. There's a lot of feedback in here, but it's not so easily revealed. There's many veils around this, and we're lifting each veil up layer by layer. And the moon, the emperor, ace of swords. Yeah. Yeah. The truth is coming forward. Specifically, the ability for these two to get back on the same page and feel good about it. Not as straightforward, but you feel that it's happening. It's just taking a different method than you had initially proposed. I like your energy. It was good over here on presentation. It really was. It really was. Okay. Yeah, but it's not going to be so simple, it seems. All right. I can see that this pulled you down into a negative place. But nonetheless, you chose to proceed. Continue to work with it, or work with them. You got to know if it means something to you. That Queen of Pentacles is there for a reason. It's not random. This comes down to self-worth. Is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to them? And is it worth it for you both? Oh, to try to get back in each other's good books. Abundance is near. Like I said, you will get what you want. Just the method. The method is not what you had initially thought. But abundance is near. I'm not saying it as monetary abundance. That could be for some of you, but I'm saying it more as emotional prospects. Spiritual awakening, certainly. There's a lot to discover here. Okay, self-sabotage tried to pop out. Mirroring, important conversation. There you go. See, there's that important conversation. I think you two are mirroring the same goals, even if on the surface it doesn't look that way. Okay. What you said or suggested back here, they want that too. It's just the method is different. Okay. There seems to be more to do with the technicalities regarding communication and outward action. Okay, but if you're prepared to meet them more about where they are, yeah, you'll get there. You get what you want. Interesting. Interesting reading for you today. I hope that you two continue to listen to each other. All right? Remember, connections, they either serve a purpose or they don't. You elected in. They did as well, just in a different way. But you're both leaning towards yes. RLSX. We have the medallion of Scorpio. Some of you might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you, but that's much further out than what I'm reading today. Above all, the signifier of transformation in this connection. Okay? That's still unfolding. There's a lot of layers, like I said. Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius. Seven of Wands, the Emperor, Five of Cups. Ooh, okay. Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups, King of Pentacles. All right. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. See, that's interesting. I was wondering. Seven of Wands, the Emperor, Five of Cups. You're showing me leave me alone. It's pretty harsh, actually. That's a harsh leave me alone. You're showing me adamancy. I'm adamant about this. Leave me alone. I am sad. I'm upset. I am hurt. Walls, blockage, defensiveness, yeah, the need to protect yourself. You're saying you're hurt, and there's an insistence here. I will not budge on this pain. It is what it is. I feel what I feel. Don't try to talk me out of it. Don't try to console me. Yeah. You've been hurt. I see that. Seven of Wands. I got to protect myself at this time. I agree. You don't want to take on any further damage. Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups, King of Pentacles. Not you. It is lovely. It's nice. King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles. How can we're talking we here. This person is using we language. Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Can we work something out? Can we get on the same page? Can we show up for this balance? Now, Six of Pentacles is 3D operational. Time, energy, and effort that we can largely account for in the real world. Do you want to, practically speaking, make this balance, make it work? Two of Cups. It takes two, Sag. It takes two. I love you. I care about you. Let's balance up. King of Pentacles. So they're showing me the willingness to invest because they say it's worthy of them from their point of view. This connection is worthy of me. I want to do well by it. I'd like to continue to invest in it. But hey, it takes two. Okay. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. You don't feel good about that at all. Not at all. Lack of confidence for a fire sign is very telling. And Five of Pentacles, through your eyes, you see it as an inherently broken situation. One that is not worthy of you. It's not worth fixing. It's not worth balancing with. And it's like, you're right. It does take two. And I don't want to be here. You go balance with somebody else. It's coming across that way. It's a little harsh. So this is either your reading or it's not. And I'm not casting judgment upon you. Clearly, right? You were hurt. And Six of Swords, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You take no pleasure in this. No sense of triumph. No confidence. But Five of Pentacles, you're kind of seeing it as a wasted effort. Is not worthy of me. It's a broken structure. I'm out. Six of Swords, I'm out. Okay. Alrighty. Seven of Wands, the Emperor, Five of Cups. Three of Cups, Seven of Wands here twice. Ten of Pentacles. So it's like, oh, okay, there's a foundation here. You are accustomed to connecting to this person, but you're saying, not right now. Not right now. No. No, 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 no. So you two do have mutual interest. Okay. Six of Pentacles, that can easily fall into the 10. Typically, it's been a pretty consistent, steady, or stable connection. One that you've always kind of brought together. It's like, not right now. I'm trying to keep it together with you now. I'm hurting. You put me on the defense. This situation put me on the defense. I would always consider it more or less stable, but now I don't. So let's be clear. There's a known world, shared environments, pentacle division, that you have with this person and this connection. And you're saying, I've always brought it together until now. I've always made it come together until now. I don't feel like it right now. Okay. Pretty consistent. Pretty consistent connectivity. It's easy to do when you have mutual or overlapping environments, town, city, or mutual endeavors, goals, work, way of life, community, network, resources. At this point, take your pick. They showed me a 6, a comfortable 6, and you showed me an established 10. Yeah. Loose translation. You're always able to connect to it. Now you don't want to. All right, Page of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the World. Okay. So, like I said, someone here is using we language. We. I can't make it balance without you. I would prefer to balance with you. Let's be cool. And that's cool. That is fine. I respect that. I get that. It does need to be a joint effort. I agree. But someone here is showing me non-participation. That would be you. You don't want there to be a we, at least not right now. Page of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the World. Yeah, someone's declining participation, certainly. You know, it's interesting because the World is in proposition of open. Your endeavors, whatever they are, they don't have to stop here. You're your own person. Okay? And for now, it seems you are choosing to close this out. But you can open up elsewhere. Okay? You don't have to remain in this connection or in context to this person, whatever it is. Be it in mutual work, right? Community, network, resources, or if this is an intimate connection. Yeah, you don't have to show up to this. You don't have to participate. That's not to say opportunity is over for you. It's kind of like saying if I decline this, that means I'm closing it out. But you also seem to understand that it could be a new beginning for you. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. I have to agree with you. If you so very much see this situation as broken beyond repair, lacking confidence, trust, that kind of stuff, then it probably is the truth. You take no joy from abandoning this, none whatsoever. Anti-confidence. We don't feel proud of this at all. We don't want to be seen with it at all. Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah. No, it's complicated. It is complicated. 5-1-8. You don't want to fight for this. You don't want to fight for this. You know the drill. You know the drill. If something's worth fighting for, you will. Technically, legally, spiritually. You're saying, up until this point on the timeline, perhaps I would have done. I would have sat here and made myself work with this situation because I knew it was right for me, and I can't say that now. I cannot say, this Sag cannot say that it's right for them to stick around and fight for this now. They honestly cannot. Expect some pushback about that. As you leave, there is an expectation for you to stick around and fight for this and work through it. No doubt based on patterns of the past, right? It's what you would have done in the past. But not this time. Not this time. Not for this incident. Not for this issue. You have a very strong will. If you're going to say you're going to go, you're going to go. And knowing you, if you say you're going to stay, then you're going to stay. You're using your strength of will to forcibly exit the situation. It's a little rough. Expect some pushback, reprisal. But yeah, Eight of Pentacles swings in the opposite direction of the Five. Broken. Now, a lot of people will see a Five of Pentacles, a broken situation, and say, okay, I'm not ready to abandon it. I'll put some work in it. Fix it. Like I said, I think you would have done that in the past, but there's no joy in it. There's a lack of want, desire, or sense of meaning attached to that Five of Pentacles now. It's not that you don't take that Ten of Pentacles or the Six with this person seriously. It's like I have no motivation to fight. Whether or not you will get back to this and do more with it later, I don't know. But for now, I say you making an exit. Particularly in regards to participation, in respect to your time, energy, effort, investment in the situation. That's an immediate withdrawal. There will be some pushback. I think you've made your stance incredibly clear. So, proof positive, right? We can't control the people. All we can do is control ourselves. It does not make you happy to leave. No, it brings you no joy, but then it brings you no joy to stay and fight for this either. So what are you going to do? Wait till you're in a so-called better mood? No. No. Something's not right here. The expectations are off. It's off. Okay. Yeah, but for now I see you exiting the situation. Action, Jupiter for some of you. Sagittarius might be your Jupiter placement. That would explain a lot, actually. Action, courage for some of you. Like I said, new beginnings. I don't think that's at the forefront of your thinking, no. But in some way you are aware that if you decline this, if you don't participate, somewhere in there, in your mind, you know you're technically lining up to a new beginning, a new chapter in your life. You know that. And that takes a certain kind of courage or action or bravery, yes. It does. Okay. Earth. Could be that point of connection, possibly. Could be Earth sign. Okay. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Or you could have those very strong placements in your own chart. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of pentacle energy here today. So I know the real world is important to you, as it is to them, and in some way they associate you with real effort. So like I said, you're not just leaving this behind casually. Okay. And slow and steady. Absolutely slow and steady. For those of you who opt in for repairs with this connection person, work effort, slow and steady. For others, move towards a new beginning, slow and steady. Don't rush. Take your time. Oh yes, tarot's all about choices, guys. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. For instance, individual participation. You could renew this, jump back into it. Right? Sometimes the world is a revolving door. I was going to exit. I wasn't going to participate. Here we are. Okay, I can put more of myself into this. I choose to. Okay. For others of you, it's exactly what I described the first time. If I decline this connection, and whatever it means, that means technically I'm lining up to a new beginning. Yes. I do see you leaving this broken situation. It's kind of like saying if I had something more worth fighting for, I'd do it. And there's some pushback there. And there's nothing you can do about that except for you to stand your own ground. Okay? You got to do what's right for you. Z, J, B, C, V, and we have the Medallion of Gemini. Oh yeah, that's definitely seasonal. We're in Gemini season at current. Oh yeah, this is happening now, and it has been. Okay. But yes, you might have some very strong Gemini in your chart, and could be connecting to. But yeah, I'm saying is here, this season. Sagittarius, honey, I have no idea what your long-term will be. Right now you seem to be very preoccupied with getting space from it. Continue to maintain your standard if that's right for you. You will not always be like this, feeling upset, frustrated, and defensive. No, but you definitely need space. It's pretty fresh. You'll have more time to acclimate to this, to get adjusted to it, and you will have more of your final thoughts around this chapter in your life later. But for now, I just see a resolve in separating from it. Right here, you're at that critical hinge of I could opt in and stay, or I could split. All right, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aries. Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit, wow. Page of Swords, Four of Wands, Strength. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Temperance. You look great. Highly functioning pathway, very productive you are at this time, and you will continue to be in the foreseeable future. You feel good. Personally, you feel good. Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have a lot of experience here. Okay, in terms of foundational activities, not just your personal home, career, finances, but everything you build into with purpose and meaning, longevity. Your network, your resources, your people, your community is like all is good. The Hermit, Knight of Cups, you're saying, I feel great about what I've created, about what I maintain. I feel really good. And you do, and you mean it. I love that. Page of Swords, Four of Wands, Strength. Now, I don't know what's going on here. That's either you with a very small idea for now about relationship energies and what that means to you, or someone's casting an eye on you, and they're looking at you from the point of view of relationship potential. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. Page of Swords only has one of two meanings. An outsider looking in, and that's all they can do right now is look, spy, observe. Okay? Or it's the seed of an idea that's yet to fully take. We'll see. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance. But yeah, continue on. That's amazing. You have a lifetime of work here, and that continues to grow out there into the foreseeable future. My goodness. There's no stagnancy here. You're just so used to maintaining this path. You make it look easy, but I doubt it's anything easy. But you make it look easy. And Temperance, all you need is time. You'll continue on in this course. Course. That was my lisp. Yeah, you'll continue on in this course for the foreseeable future, and I can see why. It's highly productive. But more than that, what you do affects the lives of others. It's wonderful. Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands. You're saying it took a lot of time, Christina. I believe you. You don't have to sell me on that. I understand. Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands. It was like creating this foundation was an uphill battle. And I fought every single one of them. Yeah. You're saying what was really hard, though, for you was patience. Rome was not built in a day, right? Your Ten of Pentacles is here twice. Five of Wands, it was complex. Creating all this, and you received your fair amount of backlash, and all that aside, though, you knew it would take time, so you gave yourself that time. It was hard for you, right? Because you had a plan in mind, you had a vision in mind, you had a goal in mind, and you stuck to it, but it took years. But where we find you today is someone who's very comfortable and very relaxed around their effort now. Yeah, you love it. You love your way of life. You're saying it was worth it. It was worth every hard season or hard year. I stuck to it. And my goodness, look at me now. Yeah, look at you now. Look at you now. Oh, yeah. But that wasn't easy. It wasn't. And the Hermit, you're saying everything you had to learn, including learning things the hard way, you're saying was worth it. Okay. So the Hermit, much more relaxed. It's not like... this foundation is just literally built in a day, like I said. No, this took time. This is a reflection you're showing me within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I want you to take a look at your pathway. And how hard you fought to bring it into existence. To make something of it, to make it stable, to make it be productive and have meaning and value, not just to you, but to others. All right. Page of Swords, Four of Wands, Strength. But yeah. That's lovely. All right. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah, okay. All right, then. Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, King of Wands. It's you, then. That's your seed of an idea. Page of Swords, excuse me, Four of Wands, Strength. Okay. It's occurred to you in a very small way. Yeah. You'd like to, well, build into relationship potential in time. You would. You'd like to. It doesn't seem to be a pressing thought to you. It still needs time to shape up. But yeah. You can see the goodness in that. All right. Four of Wands, Strength. You're saying not just anyone, though. I'd like to have a relationship with someone like me. I don't blame you. You don't want a passive co-creator. You want an active contributor like yourself, which is good. I want people to meet their matches, their equals, desire their equals, not their lessers. That's good. King of Wands, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. You'd like that. Yeah, and that's a small thought for you right now, and you'll grow into it. Eventually, if this is a true goal for you, okay, you'll graduate to a Knight and King, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, start acting on your truth, right? The right one, the right potential, the right prospects. Yeah, but not just potential, proof. You're that person you can deliver proof. Make sure you connect to someone who can also deliver proof of their own existence, effort, okay, whatever it is. What does that mean? Well, they don't have to have a Ten of Pentacles like you, but the willingness to show up and put in the work. That's the thing. It's kind of like saying, in future, yeah, I would like to have a strong relationship, ideally with someone like me. So it's like, even if I connected to, say, an accountant, so long as they dedicated themselves to being the best damn accountant, that's what I'm talking about. Be fired up for what you do. Have passion for it. Yeah? Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. You've thought about it. And it makes you smile a little bit, but it seems like you haven't gone into full investigative mode yet. But you've thought about it. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance. You still have a lot to do in your own particular path anyway. But relationship energy here, yeah, Strength. Yeah. You'd be interested in a strong relationship, yes? I.e. someone like you. You don't want to connect to somebody who has that ticket to ride mentality. You want an active contributor. Someone who's not afraid to get their hands dirty. But understands that it's a mutual joint effort based on love and respect. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance. I hear you. The Empress. Four of Swords, Ace of Swords. Oh, yeah. See, now you are starting to grow into it. You give a little more thought. It starts to become a serious thought. I mean, give it more thought. Becomes more of a serious vision to you. I apologize. The Empress, Four of Swords, Ace of Swords. There you go. Yeah. The Empress is the only card in tarot associated with high levels of productivity besides maternity and unconditional love. Oh, yeah. The life force, the life bringer. You. Four of Swords, Ace of Swords. That pathway of yours that you have established, which is beautiful, will continue to stretch outwards into the foreseeable future of this, I promise. Okay, this I indeed do. I mean, look at that. No break in that particular stride. Well done. Take your time with it. You've already established good night. I'll tell you what. Everything's just catching today. I cannot tell you how many times I've already done this off camera. Anyway, the Empress, Four of Swords, Ace of Swords. While this continues, you yourself are going to go to rest on this subject a little more. What started out as a page becomes a full-on thought for you. Okay, what if? What if I started opening up to relationships, pursuing them, activating them? Let's take that thought a little more seriously. What does that look like? How do we approach this? Yeah, you start to take the subject a little more seriously. True partnership. And if you ask me, true partnership is infinitely more valuable than, say, well, the lover's connection or soul bond. True partnership for someone like you, yeah. You're equal, not your lesser. Oh, yeah. You're going to start prioritizing that thought a little more further out in the next couple of weeks, giving it shape, definition, okay, what it might look like to you in terms of future partnership and where to seek it, where to start. Oh, yeah, but you start considering it in a more serious way right here. But mind you, look at that. Look at that path. My goodness, you had to fight for it. Trailblazer, you. You had to fight for every inch, foot, mile of it. Celebration, yes. Limitations, fears. Celebration. You push past these limitations in the history of your path. Okay. The naysayers, the people who did not believe, anyone who was opposed to your effort, you push past all that. Celebration. And also, you would not give in to your own limitations and fears, internal or external. If you were ever met with a ceiling, I wouldn't know. But if you were, you punch through it. It's like I will not impose limits on myself because that speaks to fear. I will grow this thing deliberately with intent. And look at you, so relaxed about it now. You make it look so easy now. You can celebrate yourself now. And continue to do so in the foreseeable future. I would like to say a little bit more about... it's not that it's a person mirroring, that's what I'm saying. You want someone like you mirroring. Big difference between true partnership and, say, a very intense but perhaps short-lived in-love connection or chemistry-based connection. You are interested in true partnership. Someone who can step up and do the fucking work, like you. You want someone to be like you. Yeah, I know when someone's interested in their equal. It shows. They've put thought into it. And you've had karmic lessons around this. Oh, yes. Yes. You've had karmic lessons around this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong. I want people to experience love. Absolutely. And to be in love. But make sure it's mutual. Right? And that your values at the end of the day are more aligned than they are not. That alignment means everything. The alignment of the values. Because you can be in love with somebody as much as you want. But if you don't line up to the same values, right? And some of you have had direct lessons in that. Okay. So be mindful of your lessons when it's time for you to open up and get out of theory and into working reality. Who you connect with and why. Yeah? What speaks to you in terms of that kind of calm, steady energy? Don't go for butterflies. Don't go for nervousness. Calmness. Someone who's like you. Stable. Consistent. Is not afraid of hard work. Makes you feel calm. Okay? Anyway. Something like that. Oh, we're going to have to pull some more. I didn't get any medallions. L, H, I, 2 I's. G and S. Okay, W, O, and E. We also have the medallions of you, Aries, and Virgo. So you might be a double, triple Aries with a dash of Virgo in there. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be surprised with all that. Actually, that is their power card. I wouldn't be surprised you got some Virgo in your chart. Absolutely. Could be connecting to potentially in future. The seasons might be important to you. This past Aries season, you might have celebrated yourself. You probably had reason to. For some of you, it represented an anniversary marker, and that would explain the reflection I'm seeing for you. That kind of sense of, I've done pretty well for myself. Look at where I've come from. Steady energies today in the next 2 weeks. But the biggest takeaway here is that contemplation, relationship energy. The potential of connecting to someone like you, you're starting to toy with it. Like, that could be real. That could be possible. Should we explore this further, Aries? And you kind of go, yeah, actually. That tells me up until recently you didn't take it seriously, or you didn't see it as possible. You're starting to see it as possible. Okay. And then the key. That's right. Remember, to any given situation, you have the key to lock or unlock any potential door. Okay? But you have the key, always. You want to open up a new chapter in your life? You can. You have the means. All right, Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aquarius, please. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. Six of Wands, Death. I was about to say it's different. Six of Wands, Death, Three of Swords. 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Okay. I think you have a massive potential for love, to be in love, but not in this situation. And you're aware of it. It's not a surprise to you. It's like, oh, I have a full heart. I love me. I deserve to be loved. But I'm not trying to participate in this. Now, Knight of Swords, Page of Cups. That's really perfunctory. Knight of Swords, not my favorite knight at all to handle the stuff that's a little bit more on the emotional side, which is what this is. So that tells me you're trying to get to the point. It might come across as cutting, maybe even cruel, but you are being honest. I have big feelings in me, just not towards this. Six of Wands, Death, Three of Swords. You know, in a way, it might feel like a death to the ego. But it's further admission on your part that you don't want to participate for the wrong reasons. You know? If you continue to participate, you're saying it could only end poorly. So yeah, it kind of looks like an ego death. But I still think you're doing the right thing. You cannot give what you do not feel. And there's what you feel for yourself first. But if you're in a space where you're contemplating giving your heart to somebody and you know that you can't or it's not there, then don't. Otherwise it's going to be an empty victory, you know? No ego-based attachments here. I don't want to keep giving to this for the wrong reasons, like I said. It will just result in heartbreak. 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. You're trying to put that decision behind you, and it was heavy. It was a heavy decision. But you're putting your mind forward into the future, Wheel of Fortune, beyond this. Beyond this moment in time. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Page of Swords, King of Swords. Four of Pentacles. I don't think, I know you don't want to give your heart away to the situation, and it is coming across as a cold decision. Page of Swords to a King of Swords, that's an accelerant of knowledge. Four of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. I see you holding on to your heart like this. You don't want it to go in a particular direction, or it's not available to go in a particular direction. It's kind of like saying, yes, I want love. I want love for myself, but not here. You've thought about it. Page of Swords to a King of Swords. You gave this a good, thorough going over. Start out with a little idea, then master the subject with the King of Swords. You know this isn't where you want your heart to go. Full stop. Okay? So yeah, it comes across as harsh, maybe even cold, but it's honest. And that's hard, right? Because from someone else's point of view, Aquarius has this full cup and they're not sharing. They're being mean, cutting me out. I maintain you can have an overflowing cup, and if it is indeed overflowing, it is common for people to create a 2-cup system, right? My cup runneth over, and now I want to share. Yeah. But it's up to us as individuals to selectively share that cup. You could have done in this situation, but in some way you wouldn't have been true to yourself or honest with yourself. 6 of Wands, Death, 3 of Swords. We don't want any ego-based victories. It just leads to pain. Yes, I agree. So here I'm singing ego death. It hurts. 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords. You are aware, the Hierophant, you are aware that you moving forward in a way that's painful. You are aware. But I do see you letting this go, and it's from a place of belief with the Hierophant. In other words, it's a non-negotiable value. Okay. Now, whether or not commitment's in play here, the idea is this is a question of commitment, taking this relationship further. Okay, that could very well be the case. Right now, I see it as you speaking to your higher self. I don't believe in this. I don't believe I should put my heart here. I believe if I continue to move forward in this, it would be a cheap victory. That's not where I want to be. I'm trying to remove my ego from the situation. I know I can have it, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't claim it. I should not claim these feelings. I should not claim this cup. I know it's not for me. I could proceed with it if I wanted to, but then I would be wrong. So, hence, ego death. And there's something in here with you, within you, where you don't want to be wrong in this situation, so you'd rather set it free. Even though you know it's causing sadness, you know. Knight of Swords is here twice. It's like saying I need to get to business. Twice. At 5 of Cups, you know it hurts. You know. It hurts you, it hurts them. But I stand by your decision the way you do. I have a heart, but I'm not trying to give it to this situation. I know I'm not going to develop more feeling for it. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. And if we're looking at commitment in terms of a question, no, I don't think you can commit yourself to this any further. No, and nor should you, because then you'd be contradicting yourself. I know. I'm not going to lie, this Aquarius is looking like the bad guy. But so long as you are doing what's right for you, then you're acting in alignment. Sometimes you find yourself in situations and connections where you have the opportunity to go further. To know, right, that you're allowing for love. That point where you know you're becoming exclusive with somebody. You have those opportunities. With this, you're declining them because your heart's not in it. So I'd rather you be honest and be true to yourself than not, because you know what happens when you're not. You are acutely aware of the subject. Right? Because if you stay, then you're going to have to speak to that which you don't feel. Yes, of course I love this situation. Yes, of course I love you. Why would you question that? Because it feels dishonest. And you don't want to be dishonest. 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Time will pass. And you're trying to already put this hardship behind you. I believe you let this free, let this go within the next couple of weeks, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It either resonates or it doesn't. It's that simple. And this one's extremely straightforward. Judgment. Yeah, 10 of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, I know you're looking for more. I know you are. I know you are. I know you're looking for more. Judgment, 10 of Cups, the Empress, and more is coming for you. but you have more time. Unfortunately, this is where we break our 2-week limit. Wheel of Fortune says more time needs to pass post-decision here. Post-decision. After this decision, Judgment. 10 of Cups, the Empress. I know you're looking for more. Someone who's worthy, right? That sense of worthiness with the Empress, empowerment, productivity, the life force, the life bringer, unconditional love, happiness, happily ever after here with not just any person, the person. Judgment when the time is right. And you'll never, think of it this way, you'll never have that judgment if you're forcing yourself to stay in situations that aren't for you. You would never have this day. You won't. So think of it that way. If you had continued to stay and put your heart in a situation where you know it shouldn't be, invest in a situation you know you shouldn't invest in, you will delay, if not completely forsake, what is for you in future. The hard thing that you do today will be your saving grace at another point in your timeline that you can't see yet. Trust this. Trust yourself. I'm glad you didn't go for an easy victory in connections. You could have done, but you didn't. You had to seriously look at yourself in terms of the ego there. Okay, why would I continue to participate in this? Is this meeting my needs? Does it match my values? No. No. Okay, well, why else would I stay in it? Because I know it's there? Because I know I can have it? Well, that's the ego talking, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of people choose connections without fully choosing them based on that feeling. Well, I know they're there, so that makes me feel good. I'm not necessarily into them for the right reasons, but they're there. So it's kind of like a win. It's a win till something else comes along. The people who live like that, they get the same results over and over again. And they will eventually have done unto them what they did to others. Treat people like placeholders, eventually you'll be treated like one too. So you did the right thing. Remember this, the right thing is the hard thing. If the easy thing was good for you, right? If the easy thing was the right thing to do, everybody would do the right thing. So that's what I mean by ego death here, guys. You could have done the opposite, but you didn't. Generous offer. Okay. Looking for more. Yeah. Spiritual awakening. You. Ace of Swords. Air in this context, but your symbol of power and authority. You've had yourself directly a spiritual awakening on these very subjects. Generous offer and love and time. I have no doubt. The real deal. In time. S, E, Y, B, U, and the Medallion of Pisces. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. Could be connected to in some way. This situation, or perhaps potential person, or the season might be important to you. And that is much further out than we're looking at, but then also, so too, is the end of your reading, further out. Between the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, who's to say? Yes, it could be next year. But if you prioritize the right connection, right person, right time, then that should be a non-issue for you. Okay? All right, Aquarius, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. And happy birthday. Okay. Temperance, Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Okay. The Emperor, Ace of Wands, and Death. Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Page of Cups. You like how I went, like, okay. And next, I don't know, as the case may be. Temperance, Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles. You personally have been making more of an effort to relax, to lower your defenses, to be more flexible, to be more available. This is intentional on your part. And you're saying it's been quite the effort. But you know what? You've done a good job. You keep at it. The Emperor, Eight of Wands, Death. And then I see you discontinue something deliberately. In some way, some area of your life, there is a cease of communications. Stop. Done. This Emperor said so. No. I don't want to talk to that situation, circumstance, or connection. Hung up the phone. Okay. Very direct. Extremely direct. But you don't break a sweat at all. Not at all. It was almost like an order of business for you. I don't know. It's something that you had to get done. You strongly believe in. You had to take control of. Take leadership towards, right? I need to initiate this. But then once it's done, it's done. That's it. Ace of Cups, Chariot, Page of Cups. Beautiful. Wow. Moving forward in love. Love for yourself first, ideally. And then perhaps, yeah, you share it in due course. But yeah, expect a boost, a forward boost here in Cancer season. Lining up to it beautifully. Shouldn't be surprised you have Cancer in your chart. The closer you are to the latter end of your season, you're much more likely to have a higher amount of collective energy and the next bordering sign. So for you, that would be Cancer. Temperance, Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles. For you yourself personally, it's like, you know what? I need to exercise more patience for myself, my everyday life, my realities. Okay? Yeah. Something about more patience, slowing things down, appreciate the little things, don't neglect anything, be mindful of your balances, you know, show more flexibility. All right. That's a personal endeavor. That's something you've been working on. It's not just showing up in, say, the last 2 weeks. Okay. Sometimes you get a little edge in there. You're saying you like to have less edge. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Yeah, good job. Good job. And it's paid off well for you, literally. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. There it is. You've done a great job. It's made you more prosperous, more abundant, this more relaxed, I guess more self-paced attitude or energy that you've been having. Cooling things down has actually allowed you to work better or more efficiently. I don't know. But you look great. Personally, you're thriving. Your experience is way up. Abundance, personal security, once more, way up. Yeah. A leisurely pace suits you, actually. You seem to be getting more, extracting more from your outer world, your 3D reality. Good job. Very good. Okay. Because you kind of slowed things down, exercised more patience and flexibility, it allowed you to increase your output. Very nice. Excuse me. The Emperor, Eight of Wands, Death. And you're like, right, let's take care of this real quick. All right, what is this? What's going on? What is going on? Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, Justice. I tell you what, you was taking care of business in a way that's very forward, very direct. You are initiating this ending. You are. It is directly tied up to your efforts in communication in a particular direction. And you're saying fair is fair. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, Justice. This is difficult, but it's fair. You do not expect to be argued with. Now, I don't know if you are being argued with, but you don't expect to be. It's like I've made myself as clear as I can to the situation. No. No. You're saying it is correct for me, it is right for me, it is fair for me to discontinue this communication, this action, this something. You are enforcing a code, a standard here of technical, legal, or spiritual justice, correctness. And it's like I refuse any argument. This is my decision. This is coming from me from a space of empowerment and authority. So says Gemini. Okay. I see you triggering that ending within the next 2 weeks, and you mean it. And it's very firm, non-negotiable. Done. It's very different from your more relaxed energies over here. Very different. So like I said, it feels like you're taking care of business here. Something that you had to do, you have to do, you knew it was coming. You're prepared, right? You studied up on this particular subject, and now you're ready to deliver the ending. It's done so thoughtfully, with initiative. In other words, no one's making you, you're doing it. You're prompting it. Because it's the right thing for you. It's like, yeah, it hurts, but that doesn't make it any less fair. You're right. You have to know about these things. Whenever you quit something, end something, it might be uncomfortable, painful. That doesn't mean it's any less correct. That's why a lot of people avoid endings. You're not correct for avoiding an ending just because it makes you uncomfortable. If anything, that makes you more incorrect. Because that's injustice you will have to pay for later. So, it's like I've balanced these particular books. I've weighed up the scales. Okay. My word is final on that. I got you. Ace of Cups, Chariot, Page of Cups. Let me know what that is if you, as you see fit. For some of you, it might be as seemingly simple as discontinuing a contract that's null and void in your eyes. No longer trying to put work into it or recommit to it. For others of you, it represents something a lot more personal. And you had to dig deep into those power energies. Okay. But you would know. That's either you in the next couple of weeks or it ain't. Ace of Cups, Chariot, Page of Cups. And then it seems full steam ahead. Love, the power of love. The power of... It's Huey Lewis in the news. Yes! I'll tell you what, that man had some pipes. He could sing from the chest. All right, Ten of Pentacles. The High Priestess, Eight of Wands. And this is free-flowing. This is gorgeous. Oh, this is beautiful. Without this, it's like full steam ahead for you and all the beautiful things and all the best things. Ace of Cups, Chariot, Page of Cups. Look at you. Your heart space is full, happy, giddy, I would even say. Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Eight of Wands. You have a lot of stability attached to you. You know this. Goodness knows. That seems to be good. That seems to be safe, secure. The High Priestess, Eight of Wands. You have a feeling something's going to pick up for you here in Cancer season, and you're excited. You have a growing sense of excitement, but you're trying to listen to yourself above all, intuitively, because you have a set way of life. And you said that you would reapproach it with a more relaxed attitude. So I don't know when you decided upon that, but it suits you well. Like I said, it increased your sense of abundance. And Ten of Pentacles, that is quite secure, very stable, good approach. A High Priestess, though, Age of Wands, you have a feeling. You have this feeling. This Ace of Cups, this Chariot, is going to take you somewhere special, somewhere interesting, something exciting. Cancer season. You're all but rubbing your energetic hands together. It's like, I can't wait. I got this feeling. Yeah, you do. You really do. It seems to represent love more on the personal side than anything else. But your heart is overflowing, so for all intents and purposes, you're ready. I can tell you that you're ready, but above all, you know first. You're going to feel it first. Oh yeah, but you're going to have an absolute power surge by Cancer season. Your outer world as well. But continue to listen to that feeling. Eight of Wands, communication. Yeah. Some special communication, either being prompted by you or coming towards you. You will know in a couple of weeks. I like this. Important conversation, speak your truth. Like I said, I know when someone is prompting it, and that was you. You have your truth right here. It is important. It's a big item on your to-do list, and you're like, I'm going to check that fucking thing off and get it off my to-do list. It is so distinct. It is known. It is not random. It is not impulsive. You had this planned. Specifically, you taking initiative, ending something. You use communication to do it, and then that's the last time you talk to it. That situation, circumstance, I'm not necessarily convinced it's a connection, but it could be for some of you. You speak your truth, and then it's done. Let your will be known. Okay. Neptune, FYI, for some of you, maybe Gemini could be your Neptune placement. But here we had the confusion, illusion. Rose-colored glasses are off. Okay. In the spring. Let's see. Technically we're still in spring. If you're in the northern hemisphere, yes. Yes. Summer is not officially marked until June 20th? 21st? 21st? Yes, 21st, I think, is the summer solstice. I could be wrong, so look it up, right? But technically, we're still in spring. Okay. It could be last spring was very important to you. The spring we're in, and for those of you in the southern hemisphere, last spring still might have been important to you, and upcoming spring might be as well. Sorry, that's my list. Not that I mean to apologize. I just want people to understand when they hear it, because they don't all sound the same. You think all lists sound the same, but they don't. There are varying degrees and depths to a lisp or stammer. Okay, and hot and cold situation that you are concluding. I understand that. The biggest takeaway for that situation, from your point of view, realistically, is that it remains a confusing state of hot and cold. Now, this is unacceptable, whatever that is, be it a romantic partnership or a working contract. No. We don't want confusion. We don't want this hot and cold bullshit. Maybe yes, maybe no. I will decide for the both of us then, if it's situation, circumstance, or person. But not that 1 foot in, 1 foot out bullshit. Nobody can tolerate that. Nobody respects that. We will play into it for so long until we realize, oh, no decision is a decision. That's right. No communication is no communication. Hot and cold. Lack of consistency. An indication of everything is the same. So mixed signals mean no. Hot and cold means no. Confusion means no. Okay. All right. Yeah. Alrighty. JASCKI. We have the medallions of you. Gemini, Libra, Sag. You might have these very strong placements in your chart, obviously. Could be connecting to in some way. And the seasons might be important to you. Particularly yours. Right? Obviously, we're currently in Gemini season. For now. Not much longer. We'll be in Cancer season before you know it. Dove, sign of peace. Give yourself peace over the situation, or at least that's the idea. And big dollar bill. Oh yeah, certainly. I'm sure you have a lot of earth in your chart. I shouldn't be surprised. And I know that your 3D is important to you. You wanted to give that a lot more emphasis. Intentionally slow things down, but allowed you to be more productive. I get that. I do. That makes sense. And it's done wonders for you. And it gave you something, maybe. A little bit more sense of self, freedom, or independence. I got this. And you do got this. But yeah. I know it's important to you. And yeah, this could have something to do with a money situation. I don't know. All right. Gemini, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra. Huh. Well, that's not going to work. Let's do one more. Show me Libra, please. Yeah. Two of Cups. Knight of Wands. Six of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Four of Swords. At the Star. Okay. Knights of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Four of Pentacles. All right. I want you to think long and hard, no pun intended, about whether or not you really want to try to make this work, because there's times when you're for it and there's times when you're against it. There's times when you are on it and you're like, yes, hell yes, sign me up to that. And there's other times you're like, I don't know. Two of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Cups. It looks like you either reapproached a connection or it reapproached you. But it was light, it was fun, it was sexy. Now here's the thing, Six of Cups, you two have quite the history. Okay? You two go way back. Lots of memories in there. A lot of sweetness, a lot of nostalgia. And there's love there too. There is. A Knight of Wands, yeah. Well, either you came roaring in a little frisky or they did, but yeah, the passion's there. And the love is there. This we know. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Star. I want you to go to rest on this and look at it more deeply. There's real breakage too. Four of Swords, the Star. I know a part of you is afraid to fully abandon this or have it fully abandon you. Fear of abandonment cannot be the sole basis for our decision making. Sometimes we have to abandon things, situations, circumstances, connections. So I want you to go to rest on this. Can you take the healing of this connection to a deeper place, and will they? Because when it's on the surface and it's lovely and it's light and it's fast and it's sexy, it's, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. But long-term, the Star is a long-term vision. Four of Swords, resting, healing, insight. Five of Pentacles. Can you reinvest in this? Can you both reinvest in this and give it significant repairs? Is that what you want to do? Or keeping this together, is that coming from a fear of total abandonment? Knights of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Because I got to tell you, you both struggle with letting this go. But you both find it very difficult to give this connection what it needs to thrive. There's resistance. I see you taking tentative steps forward, but as soon as you do, you're like, shit, this is why we're always breaking away from each other right here. And Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles, it's like you both acknowledge it's hard to let the other person go. Yeah? But that doesn't mean you two are giving each other what you need to keep it in place and thrive. Okay. Two of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Cups. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands. Oh, yeah. It was either you or them. I honestly don't know. There are two knights here, and they're both the fastest in tarot. Somebody came in super fast. It's like, hey, energy. Let's do this right now. I'm excited. I'm turned on. Let's talk. Let's talk feelings, man. Let's talk passion. Let's do it. I'm into it. And then the other person responded in equal measure. So I can see that you two have a history here, and it's not necessarily a bad one. You know, I'd have to see something more like the Three of Swords and the Devil to see if it's a poor attachment style. But for the most part, I can see that when you two connect, it connects, and it's fast, and it's slick, and it's all the right emotions at the right time, and you two match each other's speed, and and all that feel-good shit that's right there on the surface, and it's easily graspable. But when it's time to talk shop, the depth, well, rubber is not necessarily meeting the road here. It's not taken off very well. You know that. You have a history with this person. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Star. Now listen, some people can take that Five of Pentacles and do wonderful things with it. Okay? I have a lot of Irish ancestry. My ancestors could do things with potatoes that would blow people's minds away. And they could work with it again and again and again. Every day, like it was a brand new meal, but it's still potatoes. And then there's some people who realize, well, I don't necessarily want to eat potatoes anymore, but I can't imagine my life without it. So that's more like fear of abandonment. It's hard to give up the thing that it's been in our life for so long. So let's see what your thoughts are around healing for yourself. The long-term structure, is that feasible? Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. See? Big indicator right there. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. You know you should be focusing on yourself and your self-worth and your sense of self-worth. Right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put these back in. Do a reshuffle. So for some of you, you told yourself, Libra, I won't do this again. I'm not going to do it. I said I would focus on myself, my own sense of self-worth. I don't need this. And I told myself if it ever came back again, I would block it. That's what I said. I know that's what I said. I know what we say and what we do are two different things, more often than not. So, let's talk about you. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Star. King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Yeah? Yeah? You're saying you'd be open to working on this, giving it some real time, energy, and effort if you understood or felt it was being returned to you. Okay? That's fair. Truly, you would be interested in long-term investment if you had evidence or proof, like I said, that it was being returned to you, like for like. You're saying, yeah, I'd put in the work. I would. I really would. Okay. Because you do love this. You do. I know you see the potential, but they have to see it too. You cannot give what you do not have or believe in. But for your part, you're saying you would. You would for your part. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles. The Sun, the Chariot, Ten of Swords. It is possible, eh? It is possible. Once more, Ten of Swords is no guarantee of an ending. It does indicate pain. A lot of it. It can be the precursor to an ending, but it's no guarantee. Again, what people feel and what they do are often two different things. I need to see more evidence before I call an ending. This isn't over, but it's not going to be a quick fix. No tarot reader in the right mind would be like, it's going to work out and it's going to have no problem. None whatsoever. Yeah, there will be no fighting, arguing, awkwardness. It won't be a struggle. No, not at all. It'll be easy, flawless. No one has to do anything. No. No. I am rooting for you. I am. And that answered my question. Is it you two just really fearing abandonment? You can't imagine not being in each other's lives. Okay, that can kind of put that aside a little better, which is good. Knights of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles. However, this is not going to be a walk in the park. Real tarot's real life. My job is to read the cards. I'm giving you the reality of the situation. The Sun, Chariot, Ten of Swords. It is possible to overcome the rift between you two, the pain between you two. You both have to be willing to take it beyond the surface of those easy, glad feelings. You both have to be willing to take it to a deeper place of healing and introspection and reflection. You both have to be willing to put in the work. But there's going to be a bit of a struggle, a battle of wills, to get on the same page about needs. Knights of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles. You both are kind of a little fixated, perhaps even stubborn about what it is you both insist you need, and that's where the tension's coming from. You need is what you need. What they need is what they need, and both of you are spending a little too much time focusing on what it is you say you can't do, instead of focusing on what it is you can do. That's the problem. It's kind of, well, this is what I need, and I need you to see it my way. No, no, no. Well, before we talk about you, let's talk about me. And so we're creating this tug of war here. Okay, it's what I call agenda pushing. You're both trying to speak the same language, but you're both shouting, so you can't hear each other. So it's like, come over here. And they're like, no, you come over here. Okay? So if that was the problem between you two before, guess what? That didn't change. So that's the first thing that needs to be addressed. Okay? A little bit of stubborn insistence here. My way, my way. Somebody else is saying the same damn thing. So for that reason alone, you two are actually quite a bit alike. But this is where you two need to challenge each other the most. To listen more than speak. Okay? To focus on the stuff you can, well, compromise on. And I mean the things that you really can compromise on, not your values. I would never ask you to compromise your values or theirs. Those are non-negotiables. But focus on the stuff you can change. Okay? And yeah, there is actual possibility to turn that cold case, okay, because this is cold, it's negative, it's cold, but the sun rises, offering that ribbon of warmth, therefore hope. That's why I never say Ten of Swords is guarantee of an ending. Sometimes by dawn or sunrise, you can see where things really land, post-battle. Chariot, the sun, they just move forward in their warm elements. Yeah, it is possible for you too to get past that Ten of Swords. It is. So I'm glad, don't get me wrong, love is beautiful and the passion is beautiful. It's so easy to connect to, but indeed that's the easiest part to connect to. There's deeper shit you both have to endeavor to connect to make this work, particularly where that tension of wills is or lies. Okay? There are things that you're going to be able to change immediately, and there's some things that you're not going to be able to change or connect to much later, and most likely vice versa. Can you two meet in the middle? There will be more to this journey soon enough. Okay? I'm glad you said it was worth it, honey, because y'all, you two, I'll tell you what, you two know how to lock horns. No, you two definitely know how to lock horns. Once the playtime's over, the good feelings, the good vibes, man, are over. Yeah, there's some real work there. Absolutely. But apparently, you still have a love of potatoes, and so do they. It's like, I can have a couple more potato casseroles. How about you? Yeah, I'm a big fan of mash myself. Really? Mash? You got a thing for casserole? I can have a thing for mash. See what I'm saying? But at least you both agreed upon the potatoes. This is the weirdest analogies I've ever given, but for some reason it fits. Unexpected message, so it does come towards you. Okay, fair. I was wondering, but you both greet it with equal enthusiasm. So unexpected message. Okay, rejection loss. I know. That's what you were afraid of. And like I said, it has to be more than fear of permanent rejection, permanent loss, or permanent abandonment. It has to be more than that, because this is the excuse why we keep people around when we know we shouldn't. So if you both can dig deeper and honestly say you can give to this, yeah, you got something to work with. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I understand that. We don't want a permanent rejection or permanent loss. But that doesn't mean that it's the wrong thing. We can't give in to fears, or we'll always be trying to make broken situations work that we shouldn't. Okay. I'm glad to see that's not the case for you. Two letters. B. U. We have the medallion of Taurus as well as Scorpio. Stubborn. Fixed energies. They're so fixed. And they're oppositional fixed. I tell you what. You two focus on how you're different. You're so alike. Oppositional fixed energy. You either have that deeply in your chart or they do. You see, this is how I'm so different. This is how I'm so different. You're both preaching to the converted. I tell you what, you two lock horns. I knew it. Oppositional fixed energy. Yeah, you're a lot alike. You really are. Okay, so we have the dragon in reverse. In other words, let's turn off the fire breathing thing. Okay, let's try not to breathe fire on each other's necks. Okay, let's give up the need for control here. You both have equal valid points. They're not going to be able to come through all together at one time. That's what having a goal is. You accomplish these things by layers and stack on it. Okay? But yeah, two people will get what they want. But you got to get out of this control mode. And it's like, it's them. It's no. Because they're probably thinking the same thing about you. It's them. It's them. It's Libra. It's not me. Yeah. Like I said, fixed and oppositional. But you're a lot alike. Okay, big dollar bill. Everybody's pulling this. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Again, you might have that very strongly in your chart. Could be connecting to. And it could be realistic 3D issues such as location, time, energy, effort, resources. Yeah, that would explain if the 3D reality was an issue, why the emotional piece doesn't seem to be a problem. When the love connects, it connects. When the passion connects, etc. It could be reality. That's the hardest thing for you two to agree upon. Okay. Making space in each other's worlds, respectively. The mundane of the child. So some of you might have children, perhaps they do. Children might be an issue here. And then someone here might be evoking the spirit of a child. All I want is unconditional love. You know, guide me, be gentle with me. And there's other folks who are just acting like a child, right? Incompetent, I can't do it, helpless. Yeah, that doesn't work. I think I'm looking realistically at the idea of a child here in some ways involved. All right, Libra honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups. Okay. The Empress. Strength. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Alrighty. Six of Wands. The Sun. The Hierophant. You, darling. Well, you look splendid out there. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Your opening here is interesting. I was like, where are you going with this? You're like, I've got a plan. And you do. Six of Swords. Nine of Cups. Seven of Cups. There's something here you were trying to make yourself open to, available to. Seven of Cups, broad term interpretation, just being open and available, considering your feelings, trying to remain open from that point of view. Nine of Cups, there is something here you were trying to remain open to, but you couldn't find yourself in it. Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, I don't know. Perhaps you'll tell me. Be like, I'm not in it. I'm not feeling it. Literally, I'm not feeling it. Let's move on from this. And you do that very deliberately, very thoughtfully. It's very done. I'm not going to make myself open or available over here anymore. Done. And then I check on you over here. The Empress, Strength, Ace of Cups. It was like, it was the best thing for you. It's like, I feel so much better now that I stopped mixing around with that or messing around with that. It's like, oh, okay, Taurus is feeling like Taurus again. Fabulous. And that's how you are. You are feeling fabulous here. The Empress, Strength, and the Ace of Cups. It's like, oh, I've never felt stronger, Christina. I've never felt better. I'll tell you, I've never felt more empowered. I feel so good. And you do. You are really feeling yourself right here. The strength of your own energy, how strong-willed you are, how empowered you are. You're showing me love of yourself first. But yeah, you would like to point your heart back out there in the direction of new. But you understand you need to love yourself too. And that's wonderful. Oh, but yeah, you look great. And it's not done. Six of Wands, the Sun, the Hierophant. Whoa! I'm kind of seeing you light up like the 4th of July out there. Don't you look magnificent? Triumphant. Absolutely triumphant. Six of Wands, the Sun. We are feeling the sun, baby. And you are directly under those rays. And you're like, yes. Yes, more sun. Thank you. More happiness. You're like, this is why we're here. So you're showing me your higher self, right? Something is speaking to you authentically in happiness. Authentically. It hits your core systems. Like, yes, I'm all about this. I sign up to this. I commit to this. It's hitting your values really hard. But in terms of personal happiness, like, this is where I want to be. You were already feeling really good before that, but oh my goodness. Like I said, you are lit up. All right. You're showing up. Hello. For those of you who are new to tarot, that is your power card. Okay. 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Well, I see you were trying to mix with something. Be available in some kind of direction, in some kind of way. And the way you opened up with that 6 of Swords tells me you've been in transition. Okay. Moving away from this. Perhaps for the past week or two, but you let me know as you see fit. So 6 of Swords is not just about what we leave behind, but also about where we're going. I like where you're going. You're happy, actually. 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups. The Hermit. You're saying not everything works out, not everything's supposed to. That's right. There you go. There was something here coming together. That's what I call the mix and mingle card, because it's in the very general sense of the 3 of Cups is social, emotional connectivity. That could be with anything, anybody. But it does hit more of those personal notes as opposed to, say, the 3 of Pentacles. But yeah, here we are. We were connecting. 5 of Cups, like that's a shame. It didn't work out. The Hermit. That's it. That's your only thought. It's a shame it didn't work out. Now, if it runs more deeply for you, I wouldn't know, but it's coming from a place of experience. The Hermit. You've been through this before. You've been in situations, rather connections here before, where you were trying to explore it. You were trying to be available. Okay. But it just didn't work out. It's not a good fit. It's not someone whom you wanted to explore your feelings with further. It wasn't your vibe. It wasn't your scene. It wasn't your point of connectivity. It just wasn't for you. You know. The Hermit knows. Whatever healing there is to do, you're already on it, and you've been on it. And you will continue to do so. But for the most part, I see you kind of relaxed and happy, understanding that you did the right thing for you. So you're saying, I can trust myself. I trust my own empowerment. I trust my own strength of will. I knew it wasn't right for me. So I stopped connecting to it. Simple. It really is that simple. It is. It's not working. It doesn't connect well. It's not going where I want it to or feel that it should be by now, according to these markers, whatever the case is. You just know. And you know yourself well, right? The Empress. Strength, Ace of Cups. You love you, you trust you. It's a winning formula. I'm not saying you're perfect. There's no such thing. But you have a very firm idea about who you are. The Sun. Oh, Queen of Wands. Oh, sooner rather than later. Oh. Well, now. Well, sooner rather than later. No wonder you're lit. The Sun, right away. Queen of Wands, the Emperor. It's like, this is more like what I was thinking, Christina. Something closer to my equal. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to connect to someone more like me. And I felt very strongly about that. It wasn't happening over here. I tried. I really tried. But no, it's not what I was looking for. This is kind of what I'm looking for. It seems to be happening for me now. And it is, indeed. Beautiful. Look at that. Can I interest a Taurus in their equal? Yes. You're like, yes, actually. Yes, absolutely. Yes. The Sun, Queen of Wands, the Emperor. Lots of fire there, but it's all upper division energies. Okay. So strong will, but warm, generous, passionate. Yes, deeply passionate, but warm, happy, equal. Someone who can also speak to empowerment in a place of authority. So, you're showing me a lot of fire right here. It could be your person, literally could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo specifically. But it also kind of speaks to the notes of immediacy. Wow. Wow. So you've been transitioning out of this one for the past couple weeks. I see that. And then boom. My goodness. Your train arrives to the correct station, my friend. Good for you. Good for you. I am so happy for you. No wonder. No wonder you look over the moon, or rather over the sun. Elated. Yes, absolutely elated. Wow. No, I don't blame you. I don't have the context. I have no idea. This person just seems to literally pop up on your timeline, or you on theirs. I don't know. But when it hits, it hits. There won't be any confusion. You know? It's not going to feel like you're trying. Let's put it that way. That's the special one right there. Because this is an effort. Over here, your willingness to connect and be open, that's an effort. It's trying. And I'm glad you tried. This is not going to feel like trying. All right. Six of Wands, the Sun, the Hierophant. King of Pentacles, Six of Wands. He's so fucking cheeky. All right, King of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so good, Christina. I bet you are. I bet if you're not enjoying this, I will reach to this screen and just... No, I won't. I will energetically slap you. Okay? No, we here at Sassy Scorpion Tarot do not advocate for violence. No, I'll energetically slap you. You better be out there enjoying that. I love it. I love it for you. I wish I could give this kind of reading to everybody. I can't. That's just not how tarot works. Real tarot is real life. You get plenty of your fair share of heavy reads, and you also get the light ones too. And this one's one of those fabulously light, and you make it look easy. Tarot readings, good for you. No, I'm happy for you. Let this be you. Let this be anybody. You know, I'm glad you didn't hang around to find out any more than what you needed to know about this. You didn't force yourself to keep giving to a situation where you knew it wasn't to fit. You moved on. That was a couple weeks ago, and then boom, this perfect, yes. You're not perfect, they're not perfect, but this perfect connection exists for you. No wonder the sun's out. You look great. You're fucking glowing. Look at you. They are too. Careful with that one. That one burns. But in a controlled way with the Emperor there. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Looks like they have a good mix of the masculine and the feminine. I think you can appreciate that yourself. Feminine, masculine. Them too. Empowerment encompasses the both, or represents the both. Beautiful. Demonstrated on both sides. But yeah, King of Pentacles, that's you. That's your court card direct. Six of Wands, Nine of Cups. Honey, if that don't make you happy, I don't know what would. I mean, your sense of Nine of Cups is back. I'm part of this. I want to be involved. I'm emotionally invested, and I want to be. I'm grinning ear to ear with confidence. Six of Wands, like I said, it's a bit cheeky. I'm happy for you. You look great. Look at that Six of Wands twice. Oh my gosh. My goodness. My goodness. You have hit an all-time high right here. That's gorgeous. You're like, I'm into this. I can sign up to this. Yes. Look at you. You're so happy. Oh, I'm so happy for you, darling. All in the next couple of weeks. Now, I am seeing a lot of references to Leo. However, I think it's that boldness of energy I'm seeing. The initiative. The passion. Very bold, but warm. Okay. Very reassured in who they are, what they're about. So no, I don't think I'm reading as far out as to Leo season. I don't think so. No. Wow. No. Next couple of weeks. Push and pull energy, possibly, over here. Push and pull from within the self. Should I keep connecting to this? I'll give it another chance. I'll try to connect to it again. Push and pull within the self or within these dynamics. I don't know. Like I said, this felt like real effort, like you were actually trying to connect to it. This doesn't feel like trying at all. Okay. It's flawless in that respect. Transcendence, unity. Yeah. Too much push and pull. I agree with you. Something that's meant to line up Lines up beautifully. Right? The sense of unity, oh yeah, that can be seen and felt much sooner than people give credit for. Something that lines up to you correctly just feels right. Again, like you're not trying. Mirroring was in reverse. Yeah. Push and pull, mirroring in reverse, not on the same page. Okay. And it's like, nah, this Taurus is too grown for that. I know this kind of situations and I'm not into it. You're right. Absolutely. Eventually that push and pull shit loses its appeal. The drama wears off. Becomes lackluster, less than, futile, boring. Right? It's just not fun. A lot of people live for that push and pull shit, hot and cold, runner chaser. It gets extremely boring. This, that never gets boring. All right. R-E-M. That's R-E-M. Okay, we have the medallion of Sag. You might have some strong Sagittarius in your chart, or connecting to. Lots of fire here. Technically, their court card right there. Actually, yeah, they're all here. Aries, Sag, Leo. Ooh, fire dominance. Were you looking to get a little tan, Taurus, honey? Okay. And then we have the wolf. Oh, yes. Protective, certainly. Territorial. Oh, yes. Yeah. You. Mm-hmm. Like, what, me? Yeah, you. Yes. Taurus. Extremely territorial. I think this one is definitely evoking your protective instincts. This is mine. You did say, I'm into this. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. Yes, I see your wolfish instincts out here. The medallion of the child. Now, children can be involved. Perhaps you have a kid. Perhaps they have a kid. I don't know. But the idea of the children is here. And then also in the kind of the energy from a child. And it's positive, unconditional love. Just being open-spirited, open-hearted. Right? And then negative, childish, immature. Could have been the situation, certainly. As you see fit, as it resonates. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. You have a splendid couple of weeks. And beyond that, it's like, no, I'm going to connect to this hardcore for the next 2 weeks and then I'm out. No. You showed me the prospect of happily ever after twice. Just having met this person, you line up to it immediately. No. This goes beyond 2 weeks, obviously. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo. Okay. Five of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. All right. Queen of Wands, the Chariot, the Hanged Man. Alrighty. Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Did you see the build up to that? It was by degrees. Very you. Five of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. Excuse me, a bit stuffy. So Five of Pentacles, there is a broken situation here in the past, and I mean past. You're aware of it. You know what it is. Breakage, abandonment, fast forward, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. You're saying you feel very differently today about yourself than you did in the past. Okay? Where your feelings are flowing these days and why. Different. Very different. Queen of Wands, the Chariot, Hanged Man. Oh yeah. Full of vigor, life, passion. You feel compelled to move forward in some way. The Hanged Man. It's like, hold on, are we sure? Are we sure? Virgo, are we sure? Are we sure? Are we done with that old Five of Pentacles? Are we done? Do we want to move on? Are we ready to move on? I think we are, but I just want to double check. Virgo and that famous double check. Some of you triple check. I think you're ready. Yeah. That's up to you. So you're pausing, but it's a short pause, I promise. Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, there you go. Looking very comfortable, relaxed on the other side of that pause. deliberately opening up, making yourself available. I'm not saying you have to. I can't make you. This Virgo wants to. Seems like you're enjoying yourself. Oh yeah. You're open up to new energies, it seems. Exploring feelings. Being available. Queen of Pentacles. Because you're saying it's worthy of me. Indeed. Whatever it is. King, Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is you're choosing to do. Know that it's worthy of you first. And you'll be all right. Five of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups. Oh yeah, a lot of time has passed since that old situation broke down. Okay. And you feel very different these days. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. You've done a good job rebuilding yourself. Well done. And that took time as well. Steady, steady, steady. So you went from a 5 to a 7. Good. Slow and steady recovery. Getting back on your path. Okay. Working it at your own speed. And as you did, regaining a sense of confidence, which is lovely. Some of you are actually incredibly creative. However, when it came to your individual pathway, time, energy, and effort spent in a particular direction, cultivating a particular path, goal, or work in your life, slow and steady. But what's woven through that? Creativity, passion, inspiration. As, in a way, over time, you liked what you were doing, what you were rebuilding into, yourself namely, and recovery from a 5, a broken situation. But you rebuilt yourself and into your life on your terms, at your speed, okay? And you feel good about it. You feel really good about it. You like where you are in present day. Good job. There might have been a time for you where you thought you would never, ever get over that 5 of Pentacles, but you did. Slowly. You feel very different today. Queen of Wands, Chariot, the Hanged Man. And here you are, saying, Virgo, do a classic double check before I move forward into anything else different or new. I just want to make sure that that's right for me. Okay, good. Yeah, 10 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I'm glad you did a double check, but you look okay to me. You're ready to open up and explore. I'm not saying you have to. It's there for you a couple times. I know, and we don't all have the brightest or best opinions of emotional availability or being open. But Queen of Cups, you say you'd rather try than not. So you know there's risk involved. There's always a possibility for risk and disappointment and, frankly, things just not working out. You know that. That's what it is to be open and vulnerable. And practice. Not just theorize the 7 of Cups, but practicing it are two different things. A lot of people fantasize about opening up and exploring emotions and exploring options. It's another thing to do it. You have enough experience with it to know it's not all fun and games. It's not all a rosy glow. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. It's hard to be vulnerable sometimes. Nonetheless, Queen of Cups, your heart space says, I'd rather try than not. So there's your pause. I believe you're ready. You need to know that you're ready. Queen of Wands, the Chariot. Oh yeah, look at that build up, honey. It's building up behind a wall. And I gotta tell you, it's a pretty flimsy wall with the Hanged Man. It's building up for you. You feel good. Allow yourself to feel good. You want to move in a different direction now? Love, make yourself available where you hadn't before. It's at your disposal. You might change your mind. You might put things on pause again, but I hope you move forward. You look like you're ready. Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Again, keep in mind your own sense of self-worth. You'll be fine. You might have some really strong water in your chart, particularly Cancer. FYI. Yeah, 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, King of Wands. Not easy. It's not easy. But I see you, well, living up to the practice. You're determined to be open up, you're determined to open up and to make yourself available. You're saying it's hard for you, but if you put your mind to it, you can do it. You're right. And put your will to it more so in this context, not just your mind, but your will. Again, it's either right for you or it's not. And sometimes it's an absolute pain in the ass to make yourself available and open. But you're saying it's worth it. I'm worth it. That's right. You're worth it first. You'll be okay. Know yourself well. Can't go wrong. You still struggle with it. You say vulnerability. That's okay. When you connect to the right one, it'll get easier. But you have very exacting standards. And you're living up to them. So that should make the process easier. I don't have too much else for you, Virgo, honey. I would tell you to enjoy the next 2 weeks, and I believe you will for the most part. And there is a weird sort of hardship attached to you. It's like I'm having to do this shit all over again. But I get that. But the fact that you get to explore a little bit, think about that. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? You kind of like it. Yeah, it's got its hardships. You know that. You're not stupid. But still, you're happy you get to find out. You're still kind of elated, excited, turned on. Ace of Swords, Ten of Wands. So whatever the hardship is, and you admit it's not easy for me to open up and be vulnerable, but I'm trying, I'm practicing it. And I know it's something I need to work on. I need to stop associating that with heaviness. I'm ready, I'm prepared. I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. That's right. I'm just glad you're trying. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been long enough. And you got used to being solo. I can see that. Which tells me you didn't have to change. You didn't have to. You were quite comfortable on your own. You're glowing in and of your own right. For having rebuilt yourself. You didn't have to. You still don't have to. Does it please you? Okay. But yeah, I see you out there exploring options, and some of them feel good. Mm-hmm. Comfort zone. Divine. Are you the divine masculine? Yeah, I got those notes. But it's about the energy, right? It's not about the actual biological sex. It's about the energy. But yeah, you had some of those notes. The divine masculine. So I'm not saying you are a male. I'm saying some of you identify as the divine masculine. It's hard for me to be vulnerable. It took a long time for me to recover. I was feeling comfortable on my own, rising confidence, all that. I don't know that I'm ready to put myself out there, but I want to try. I understand and assume certain responsibilities around that. Yeah. And for some of you, FYI, the comfort zone represents the south node, clinging. Mm-hmm. Virgo might be your south node, FYI. If you haven't had a full chart done, I highly recommend it. There are lots of free online tools that will help you with your birth chart. I recommend Cafe Astrology. Very good, thorough, and free. But yeah, I recommend you know what your nodes are. That's going to be very helpful to you. All right? So South Node is exactly what it sounds like. It's clinging to old behaviors, old comfort zone patterns. Like I said, you didn't have to get out of your one Virgo show, your one Virgo path. You chose to. You had rising energy. You could have suppressed it or ignored it. You didn't. So you're learning to get out of your comfort zone again. Okay? I can see why. Yes, I was hurt in the past. Yeah. I don't want to keep staying there, though, or keep using that as my excuse to not connect and not get on with life. Right? Because some of you were doing that. That's why I'm staying single. I don't want to be hurt again. It's too hard to change. Blech. That was the comfort zone talking. North Node is what you want to rise to in times of challenge or change. And in your case, it's change. But it also feels kind of like a challenge, doesn't it? Yeah. I suppose so. Yeah, if it's been a long time since you've allowed yourself to change, it's going to feel like a challenge. You got it. You got it. I'm not too worried about you. Remember this pause. Release it. You get out there. First letter that jumped out of the bowl. O, J, S, Y, R. We have the medallion of Leo. You might have some very strong Leo in your chart. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you, and that's fair. Although I'm reading the next 2 weeks. Gemini season, then Cancer, then Leo. But I believe many of you have Leo prominently in your chart somewhere. Okay. And then we have the wolf in reverse. You're not trying to pursue anything or feel like you're being pursued. I understand. You don't want to feel consumed by the process or overwhelmed by it. I understand. Don't worry about it. Take your time. Take it easy. All right, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Wands, okay. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, a Tower. King of Swords, Page of Wands, the High Priestess. Listen to yourself, please. Tricky energies here. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Wands. Some sort of relationship energy which you are still technically mourning from the heart. A lot of grief in here, a lot of sadness. It's kind of like saying, I wish things had turned out differently. Knight of Swords. You had every intent up until the 11th hour of leaving this behind, actively planning on it, mentally adjusting to it, and then I see an about face with the Tower. Okay. Curious. King of Swords, Page of Wands, the High Priestess. Please listen to yourself. Between your intellect and your intuition, the truth resides. Between what you know and what you feel, Capricorn is in there. They know what they need to do. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands is relationship, as two people define it, so I don't know how you've defined it with them. Marriage, partnership. I have no idea. Situationship, I don't know, but I see that love is lost. It feels sad. We're crying. We hurt. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Under the Moon, in your kind of secret place, your secret energies, you know you are meant to see to your own needs first. You know that. I should be focusing on me, and you know that under the Moon, but you struggle with it. I know this is my time to focus on my needs, my own sense of stability, purpose, and self-worth. You're saying I still ache for this. I ache for it real bad. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to focus on me, but I'm struggling. Okay. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, the Tower. There's that Five of Cups, Ten of Cups, Five of Swords. Please be careful. I get it. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out, right? You deeply miss this relationship and whoever else was involved. It's kind of like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to take care of myself. Thank you. Thank you very fucking much. Thank you. It's really that, it really is that internal for you right now. I got you at the height, mind you, Capricorn, honey. This isn't something that you were crying over 5 years ago. This is recent. So I don't want you to feel bad. You're at the height of these energies, very fucking height. Yeah, you're going to feel conflicted and all fucked up inside and bruised and shit. I get it. My friend, like I said, in the 11th hour, you had it in your mind. My action is to get away from this. I know I'm supposed to take care of myself, damn it. And you're missing them hard, and that's okay. That's okay. It's proof that you loved it. It's proof that you loved them. Grief is proof of loss. Okay? If you weren't upset, that means there's nothing there to mourn or upset or be upset over. So I know you were emotionally invested in this. But right when you have it in your mind, I gotta go. That's my job. Like it or not, I gotta go. You pull the Tower. Now that Tower is self-imposed. But it's not the kind that brings falseness down. It's the kind that you build into. So it can still be prevented. 5 of Cups. There it is again. 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords. You're saying it just hurts so damn bad. I can't leave it yet. So this is where I tell people, this is your cue to stop. Stop when you catch yourself doing this. I am trying to, right now as we speak, talk myself into or out of something. That's the 5 of Swords. Stop. Give things a break. Give yourself specifically a rest. Time to breathe. Breathe through that moment. Breathe through that moment. You don't have to have any conclusive thoughts or conclusive feelings right this second. Give yourself the next 30 seconds, the next minute, the next 5 minutes, until that tension comes down and you can think more clearly. But for that 30 seconds, that minute, that 5 minutes, whatever it is you need, do not allow yourself to have any conclusions. I was going to do this, but now I'm doing that. Stop. Stop. What's the answer? Stop. What do I do? Stop. Shut up. Just stop. Sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. Do nothing. And you breathe through that tension. A lot of people hate this tension. They hate it. So they do impulsive shit. And you're really close to doing something impulsive when you know you shouldn't. We can make it work. We can work it out. I just need to hear your voice again. Whatever it is. Stop. I need to see you right now. No, you don't. Breathe. It's right there. And I know where it's coming. It's coming from pain. To the point where you are this close, a couple days, maybe a week, to manipulating yourself into taking action when you just said you wouldn't. That's self-manipulation. I know what it is. You had a panic thought right here. I can't not see them in my life. Who am I if they're not there? 5 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I can't have them missing from my world. I can't. I got to fix that now. No. See, there you go with your fix-it energy. You and that Capricorn, I got to fix it. I got to fix it. No, you don't. Now, ultimately, you're a big Capricorn. You're going to have what I call a panic snap moment. Okay? I got to act right now in the opposite direction of what I was just thinking. Otherwise, everything's going to hell. No. That's panic. And it's a snap moment. Okay? Sit there through that tension. Say, I will give myself 5 minutes of no conclusive thoughts. I will not bully myself into one direction or the other. I will just be quiet. King of Swords, Page of Wands, the High Priestess. Between what you know and what you feel, there is the truth of you. King of Swords twice. 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. There it is. There it is. There's that Look at that. You're very intelligent. You're very intuitive. They should work together, ideally. You don't forsake one for the other. A lot of people think it's mutually exclusive. No, you can be very intelligent and very intuitive. Like I said, they should work together. That's what you're accustomed to. I know it is. At first you thought, I'm listening to myself. I need to open up. Ha, that'll do it. And now you're thinking, wait a minute. Maybe opening up, I shouldn't assume that that's the correct direction. I still have feeling here, yes. Knight of Cups, you do. Absolutely you do. That's been the whole point the whole fucking time. You still have feelings for this. But most of it's pain, and it's fresh, and you haven't had any opportunity to work through it. None. So you're going to think about that. See the conflict there. We assumed to open up, and now, wait a minute. Maybe not. I can acknowledge my feelings, but perhaps the course of action is not correct. Okay, start there. That's fine. I know that doesn't give you a lot to so-called work with in real life, but this is that break I'm looking for you. That pause, just that 5 minutes. Take days, maybe a week. I don't give a shit. It's your timeline. You do with it as you see fit. I just want you to act in congruency. Prevents future damage. Okay? We're all going to experience fragmentation from time to time, splintering. And I'm seeing one for you, and it's a moment. And it's that moment that can make all the difference. So sit there. And just give yourself space. And then start thinking, Capricorn, is that what we really want to do? Do we really want to open up back in that direction, given everything that's just happened? Yes, we're feeling feelings right now, but that doesn't mean we're choosing or selecting the correct emotion to speak to or act on. That's right. I know it seems like there's a time when our intelligence and our intuition's a curse, and it works against us. Sometimes it feels like we're too much one or the other. But I promise you, this Capricorn knows how to make them both work, but that means you can also make it work against you. Okay? If you want to talk yourself into something and call it intuition, you will. Let me put it that way. And it just struck a chord, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now what happens after those 5 minutes? Those days? I don't know. It's up to you. If you reapproach it, don't do it from a fragmented place. And if you choose to continue to exit it, I support that decision. Again, just make sure it's not coming from a fragmented place. Make sure you are on board with you. Okay? But I have to go back to your main point, the moon, the one that you don't want to quite deal with. This is your internal self asking you to take care of yourself and see to your own needs. I suggest you get back to that, because that's probably closer to the truth of your reading today than anything else. You see, you got me caught up in it. It's like the focus is all about this. No, actually, the focus is about you, so let's remember that. When you make yourself a priority, everything else falls into place. You might find that, yeah, okay, I do need to exit this situation for my own betterment. And I can still be sad about it and sorry for it. But that's the truth. If I'm at peace with me, I won't be in conflict anymore. That's true. Okay. Busy, distracted. North Node cosmic purpose. For some of you, Capricorn might be your North Node. Okay. North Node and South Node. If you don't know what your nodes are, I strongly recommend that you get a full birth chart done. There are lots of online free birth chart generators. The one I trust, I've been using for years, Cafe Astrology. To my knowledge, they're still free, and they're thorough, very thorough. But understand your North Node, what it is that you should, or rather specifically the traits, characteristics you should rise to in times of stress, okay, challenge, crisis, change. South Node is what we should avoid. So, busy and distracted from what you know you should be rising to. Capricorn might be your North Node. or your moon placement, maybe. But there it is, busy and distracted. This situation, what else can I do with it? Is it really over? Oh, the sound and fury that takes away from the truth of it. That's the truth of it. You neglecting you. Understand what your worth is. And you will understand if trying to continue to pursue the situation's right for you. Okay? So distracted. What do I do for the next 5 minutes? No, fuck all that. What is right for you in the next 5 minutes? Okay. HSF. We have the medallions of Aquarius and Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to the season. Might be important to you. The fox. Clever, fast, cunning. I know. Yeah. Intelligent and instinct. The intuition. I know. You're used to moving fast. Knowing who you are, what you're about. In this context, it's got you thrown, though. So how fast you are, how clever you are, isn't going to help you here. What's right for you, that's what's going to help you here in this situation. Self-worth, remember that, always. Everything begins with the self. The more you understand what's right for you first, you can better understand yourself in context to these situations. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands. The Empress, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. Okay. The Fool, the Chariot. There it is again, Queen of Wands. There it is again. As I've been noting for you for the past several readings, weeks. Okay. Cancer season is almost here. We're still at the height of the energies. It's still here. I'll tell you what, when a collective gets a wave, they ride that freaking wave. I'll tell you what. And sometimes those waves are rough and violent seas. Sometimes they're beautiful, calm, and anticipatory, like yours are. It's gorgeous. Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands. You just went, no. That's it. But it came from the heart. So that no that I'm saying for you came from the heart. No. And I feel good about that. All right, okay, yeah. Communication. Coming towards you, I believe. You seem to be the direct recipient of this. Nine of Wands is your response. No. And I just want you to know I mean that. Okay. That's it. You did it very calmly, very gently. It's very gentle but firm no from the heart. Okay. The Empress, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. And you're like, I'm going to go back to rest now. That's enough work for today. That's how it kind of comes across, like that. That taxed me, Christina. That really exhausted me, you know. So I need to take a rest here. I need to take a little nap. So Four of Swords in this position, it's like healing light, reflection, introspection, quiet. It's done for the self, by the self. And the Empress, you're saying it's good for me. I know. I need to take some time out, you know. I need to heal a little bit. Just be quiet. It's good. It's all good. Ace of Cups. That beautiful heart space, our symbol of power and authority. Up and running. No time. In no time. You look great. Look relaxed. The Fool, Chariot, Queen of Wands. You're like, okay, here we go. And you just open up. You take off beautifully. Oh, yeah, but you're ready. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to see where the energies take you. It's very open-ended. It's light, but it's powerful. It's ambition. It's passion. It's all those things. It's like, I'm in it. I'm in it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's move it forward. So here we have some quiet, thoughtful time to ourselves, right? And it's just what your heart needed. It's relaxed, and then boom, your energy goes external. Done so beautifully. Let's see what's going on. Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands. What's that polite but firm know about? Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Nine of Cups. Well, in some way it represents an emotional space of regret, sadness. This is not what I wanted. Okay. And Knight of Swords. In some way I still see you declining this, but it comes across as very to the point, very perfunctory. But personally, it's kind of like saying, I'm sorry, but no. Sorry, I must decline. Don't count me in and don't expect me to participate. So I don't know what this is to you. I have no idea. It seems to come across your desk, whatever that is, Scorpio's desk. You look at it and it's like, well, that's regretful. No, it would not please me to get involved. No, it would not. So you give out an official response. It's, like I said, straightforward, to the point. No is a complete sentence. Capital N, a little O, period. No. Now, if you include any more than that, I don't know, because you are showing me a little bit of sadness there. It's much do regret. But Knight of Swords, it still kind of has a business end of things, like getting to the point. So, okay, I see you declining something, and you're saying that's what's correct for you. And if that's the case, then that's the case. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm just letting you know. I would say not even in 2 weeks. I'd say a couple of days. Who knows? Maybe the timing's off. Who knows? But you do. You will. Yeah, there's some personal notes there. 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Sadly, no. But I see you not wanting to dwell on it either. You could do. You could get lost to the 5 of Cups. We have a tendency to do that. But you're not. Okay. The Empress, 4 of Swords, Ace of Cups. The Hanged Man, Pause, King of Wands, the Emperor, building up. Intentionally building up the energies here. It looks good. Yeah, you're showing me some recovery, and you feel good about that. A lot of empowerment. You know what's interesting? We have the Emperor and Empress. Now, typically, if you're familiar with my work, I automatically put that in the category of your equal. However, for the Scorpio, I think you're showing me how you incorporate both those sides of the masculine and the feminine. You seem to be comfortable with both. Someone who represents unconditional love, okay, the motherly energy, right, and then also productive, coupled up with the Emperor, authority, firmness of will, okay, leadership, nerve, enforcement. They both represent empowerment, but again, masculine, feminine. King of Wands, you're showing me pause, rest, twice. Thinking about yourself, contemplation. You know what you're doing, in other words. You're actively resting. You've chosen to actively rest, rebuild your energies. Because you are picking up quite a bit here. Excitement, passion, energy. You just seem to know it's going to be released soon. You rest long enough that you feel extremely relaxed and balanced. Oh, yes. I believe I'm looking at a well-rounded, comprehensive Scorpio. I'm not saying you're perfect. There's no such thing. But you seem to understand who you are very well. Once more at the masculine and feminine levels. And you say you needed this time to reflect. You needed this time to yourself. It was important to you to rest and recharge. You look great. There's a lot of build-up, so it's all very internal, very quiet. But it must feel good. Yeah, it must feel really good. Rest, recharge, relax. Because you're about to spring forward in some way. The Fool, Chariot, Queen of Wands. King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups. Someone joins you in that space. Actually, it looks extremely harmonious. Extremely harmonious. Yeah, you seem to launch forward shortly after this rest period, very immersive resting period. But when you spring forward, you're not alone. Someone's with you. So I don't know who this is to you. King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups, but you're saying they're part of my inner circle. They're very important to me. I look to this person for reasons of love and support, and they seem to be joining you and your forward momentum outwards. It's actually quite lovely. Very supportive connection here. Like I said, inner circle, family, friends, that can include spouses, kids, lovers, whomever is in your life in a realistic way that you can emotionally depend upon. Inner circle, harmonize with. Yeah, oh yeah, Queen of Cups. Oh yeah, you have a big soft spot for this person. They seem to be joining you out there as you, I say thrust forward, but your energy is released beautifully, right? Here we have the buildup behind the dam. And then the floodgates are open. It all goes rushing outwards, but it's gorgeous. You're bring it on. You have some bring it on vibes right here. You love it. You look great. Happy, relaxed, and you know you're moving forward. You can feel it. Opening up beautifully, powerfully, simply. You're not overthinking it. You're just going with the flow, baby. And not alone. Look at that. You're banked on the other side of that Ten of Cups with someone else who has a strong, realistic presence. Could be Earth sign, but someone who shows up in that space of responsibility, resourcefulness, someone who produces, someone who's comfortable with themselves. So that's lovely. You're showing me, oh yeah, no. I'm harmonizing with them big time. And so you are. They say they're important to you. So I don't know how well you know them, but you're saying, yeah, Ten of Cups. I know them well enough. You seem to be comfortable with them. Very. So they're out there with you in some way on that journey of yours. Celebration. Oh, yes. Celebrate. We got reason to celebrate? Yeah. This is already quite gorgeous. I love this. It's so internal. It's so deeply saturated on the self, but it's all positive. Actively healing, being quiet, respecting yourself, your energies, and allowing them to build and build and build with every intent to release, release, release. And when you do, it's time to celebrate, baby. So I see someone joining you in those celebrations. That's wonderful. And patience. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah. In fact, you don't even see patience as an obligation. No, you're happy to practice patience. That kind of introverted energies that are highly saturated right here. Yeah. Patience. Remember, patience is a skill. It's not something that you're meant to tolerate or have to put up with. I'm being patient. No. Patience is a skill. Oh, yeah. Look at that lovely buildup. Nice pause here. You're not the first person to show me a pause, but yours is quite sizable. It's a good one, too. So I don't know how long you'll be resting, but long enough that you feel fabulous by the time you're ready to move outwards. Okay? Let me know what you're up to. This is fabulous. I want to tell you, it's time to party. It's time to party. No, it looks great, though. This is someone whom you say, oh, no, I absolutely know who that is, and I get along with him quite well. Cup, CUV, get out of here. Yeah, you've got a big, beautiful cup. I know you do, darling. Oh, look at that. Oh, stop it. Yeah, some of you are quite proud of your cup. Very proud to be Scorpio. Once more, our symbol of power and authority. Okay. Yeah, the CUP cup. You got a big, beautiful cup. Or for some of you, it just represents your initials, your letters. Could be the person you're connected to. I have no idea. But your cup runneth over. Yeah, so let's be aware of that. Is it your heart space first and foremost in this context? Absolutely. But when the heart gets so full, it starts to spill forth. It typically breaks off and becomes a two-cup system, or it seeks to become a two-cup system. I see you harmonizing quite well with somebody in the future. They can help you keep it full, I believe. But yeah, you've got a gorgeous heart. I have no doubt. You look lovely. Really lovely. And here's our here's our flower. As I say, flower power. I know that sounds silly. Lotus. It's one of our flowers. The beautiful unfolding. You know, upon initial looking of the lotus, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. It's not until you see it unfold that you're like, oh, look at that. You could call it beautiful chaos. But it is beautiful. But at first it makes no sense. So sometimes we have to see how our personal lives, our personal energy unfolds, and then it makes sense to us. But you're a beautiful flower right now. Oh yeah, your cup runneth over. You're in full bloom. All of it. All the analogies. Dove, sign of peace. Patience, peace. Give yourself this space. I love it for you. For some of you, it might last a couple weeks, upwards to a month. I don't think so, but as you see fit. And then we have the medallion of Gemini. Yeah. Here in Gemini season, I see you gathering those energies, gathering those forces. So this, it looks unfortunate, but the way you dismiss it, it's like, well, that's exactly what you say. It's kind of unfortunate, bad timing, but that's a no for me. I do have plans, and you do have plans. So just to let you know, Gemini season is what we're looking at. But yeah, this energy is definitely going to carry outwards into Cancer season. For sure. All right, Cancer. I almost called you Cancer. I'm sorry. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. Particularly your rising, maybe your North Node. Yeah, that would make sense. Either way, I'm looking at someone who has a lot of water. Double, triple water sign, maybe a quad water sign. Sure, it's possible. All right, Scorpio, honey. I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Pisces. Temperance, the Emperor, Two of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords, the World, Three of Swords. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You don't have to. It's up to you. Right now, I see you are doing your level best to stay put and heal, to exercise patience for yourself, not the situation, for you. Patience is a skill, okay, when it comes from the self first. So be patient and kind with yourself at this time. You know you should be entering a space of active healing. You know that. But you're showing me confusion. What's going on? I can kind of see why. Knight of Swords, fast, very fast within the next couple of weeks. The World, Three of Swords. From your point of view, something here is closed and it's a very painful subject. It looks like someone's trying to overturn that world. It's a little bit yo-yo-ish, in and out, open, closed. See what I'm saying? So you're confused to what's going on. I should be exercising empowerment at this time. And this should not be trying to approach me. I'm confused. What the hell's going on? It's not that it's deliberately trying to intercept your healing or anything like that. It's just, it's being prompted from a place of pain. So someone here is very uncomfortable with pain. So instead of dealing with it for themselves first, they're prompting you, okay, to reconsider a cycle, most likely to make the pain go away. We don't want to deal with rejection. We refuse to accept the closing. So let's not confuse this with, like, say, a profession of I need you in my life, I love you forever. Okay, when somebody who is really being driven by fear. Because from your point of view, you're confused. Like this was an open case and now it's closed. Yeah, they're trying to reopen it. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. At some point, I actually see you opening up. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you have to. It's there. I see you choosing to respond. Take your time with it. Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Your words here are not rushed in comparison to their actions. Okay. So I do believe you're showing me a thoughtful response. Four of Cups, you are expressing your disappointment, your upsetness. Okay. Either with the situation overall or how they're choosing to react to it. Let's take a look. The Emperor, Temperance, Two of Swords. I don't like that knee-jerk reaction. I feel pain. I don't like it. I want to avoid it. So I'm going to reapproach the situation and try to get it to undo itself or overturn the closure. Again, that doesn't mean we've learned anything or that we're willing to make changes. It just says I'm trying to avoid pain. Temperance, Emperor, Two of Swords. Seven of Swords, the World. So you reflect Three of Pentacles. See, you're like, I don't like this. You're like, I don't like this proposition at all, because it does feel like a proposition, and it feels like a weak one. It's like I have doubts about that. So this happens pretty fucking quick in the next day or two. You can handle it. Remember, you're in the position of authority here. This is acting impulsively, perhaps prematurely, maybe even immaturely. You know that. So act as Emperor. Be bigger than this situation. You see the world for what it is, and you sincerely doubt you can offer this person friendship or a peace treaty. Three of Pentacles. Seven of Swords, severe doubts, and for good reason. From your point of view, this was closed, and they're confused. You're confused. Why are you reapproaching me with this? There's nothing to work on. There's nothing to be friends over. Yeah, no. The time of working on this Three of Pentacles is basic effort, cooperation, friendliness. We're past that. So you might be seeing them as rushing in, offering friendship as a consolation or a way to get back in. In other words, you sincerely doubt the sincerity of it, just like I do. Yeah, there's a big difference between, it's important to me to work on this with you. I realize my mistakes. I realize where things went wrong. Here's what I'm willing to change. Okay. Versus someone who's like, I don't like the way this feels. So I'm just stepping in saying what I need to say at this point. Can we be friends? Please make me feel better. That's not good. That's no good. Knight of Swords, the World, Three of Swords. It's reactionary. As someone who doesn't want to handle rejection or deal with it, and that's not good. It doesn't suggest a lot of thought has gone into this, anything that's sincere, and you see that too. It's like, honey, if we were going to be friends, we would have been friends by now. If we could have worked through this, we would have worked through this by now. So remember this, you're in the position of authority. That means you automatically know better when they don't. And that's true of any situation, not just this connection. When you're in the position of authority, having a higher sight than someone else, you know the truth, even if they can't see it yet. Okay. Four of Wands, gosh, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands. We were in a relationship, man. Then why are you trying to offer me friendship? Now, you recognize the world. They recognize the world. You sincerely doubt you can give anything else to this. And you sincerely doubt their effort right now. And I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. Four of Wands, Knight of Swords twice. Persistent, aren't they? Very reactionary. Knight of Cups. Towards you. They're reacting towards you. Knight of Cups is your court card. Guys, I see reemerging cycles all the time. And if two people are willing to fix it, I mean fix it. Not just rush in there haphazardly, impulsively, kick around the dust and... Okay. I mean, really think about it. It stands a chance, and I support it. I'm very honest about that. You know what? They're willing to put in the effort. Good for them. So are you. Good luck to you both, eh? You know what? No. I don't think so. Sorry, guys. I know you love them, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. I am that person. I'm that reader. I'm not going to tell you what I think you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what's on the table. What I'm seeing here is a knee-jerk reaction. Impulsivity actions around somebody who doesn't want to deal with rejection or the closing out of it. this cycle. They see it as a relationship. You see it as they're trying to offer you some sort of working peace agreement or friendship to get back in with them. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Now, there might be time for more developments with this person later, but now's not that time. Because it's not coming from the correct place, it's coming from fear. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Yeah, you're saying the same thing I am. Four of Cups is here twice. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. You sincerely doubt they can put in the effort. You sincerely doubt that, and you're not wrong. Four of Cups is here twice. You're not happy about it. You're not. And in a way, you're sad that these words are coming out of your mouth. Because you are talking. I'm not saying you have to. You choose to. You're being very direct. You're being very honest with them. I sincerely doubt you can put in the work to this, whatever this is, relationship, this friendship, whatever. And it's like, and that makes me sad. No. You're not capable of giving your all or giving your best, or even if you are, you're not consistent with it, because there's that accusation there. I've been disappointed so many times in this. Somebody who puts in half the effort, 4 minus 8. 4 of Pentacles is negative, 8 of Pentacles is positive. Someone who puts in half the effort, and I'm the one who pays twice the price for it. And even on your best day, you can't consistently deliver. I think your words are honest and they're real and they're valid. You're not speaking with malice, but you are speaking from an honest place of serious disappointment that you are incredibly familiar with. Incredibly familiar with. You could write the book on this. You know this one too well. Okay? You go rushing in half-assed results, and you're that person, you cut corners. You don't want to put in the real work. And I've seen it. So here's the thing. You've been witness to it for I don't know how long. Long enough to show me the Four of Cups twice, which is a pretty circular pattern at this point, of continuous emotional disappointment, which means you've had plenty of time to not just witness it, but participate. If at any time you decide to let this person back into your life, you know what you would be saying yes to. My advice to you, stop signing up for the merry-go-round. You know where it goes. You choose to talk to them again, and you made a very clear point, and I respect that. It's something that you feel you needed to say. It was very direct, and I think very indicative to the situation. However, that also suggests that by talking to them about this, they get notes. Now, maybe notes for improvement for a future connection. Not with you. But I'm curious. Do you hope that maybe one day they'll get their shit together and apply the notes with you in a more serious way? I don't know. But you chose to respond to them in a very detailed way, and you didn't have to. And you still may not. What you think today may not be the case for you tomorrow. Energy people have a tendency to change quickly on a dime. But you made some solid points, and they're real, and they're authentic. But you really wanted them to know. I'm glad you didn't avoid the issue. But my point is the world is here twice. You didn't have to. I'm curious about that. You didn't have to. Does a part of you hope that they'll improve and come back? Something to think about. I really do think this person has a tendency to fuck up and come back real quick. Knee-jerk reaction. Be mindful of that. If you reopen the door to this person, you know what to expect. Okay. But you didn't have to. Technically, you didn't have to. No, not at all. World is there twice, honey. You were already trying to act in healing mode. Remember that your peace is first. Epiphany, I know you've had a breakthrough. I know you've had insights about the situation. I have no doubt you're the one who prompted the world. I have no doubt. I'm sure that you did. Which means you're the one who can technically authorize a reopening. Right? So let's be aware of that. Oh. Okay. Well, I can't see it. It went somewhere way under the desk. Spiritual awakening. Yes, you had a spiritual awakening, an epiphany, and a breakthrough. Let me see if I can find that fallen card, if you will. Okay. Oh. Ah. What does it say? Chaser. Yeah. Runner-chaser dynamic. Yeah, they're chasing you. I don't like the method. I don't like that knee-jerk reaction, which means they're very accustomed to this yo-yo behavior. I was also wondering why you gave them such elaborate notes. Perhaps you want them to do something with those notes and maybe try again. Curious. Try not to get caught up in a pattern any more than you already have done. Okay? Just FYI. R, Q, U. We have the lotus flower. Some of you might have some Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you, but that's much too far out from where we are. The music note, profession, hobby, or that's how you tune intuitively. Very common practice. Keep up with that. Listen to yourself, okay? And try not to get lost to the sad songs. You need empowering songs at this time, okay? All right. Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer. Six of Swords, Devil, Nine of Wands. All right, Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, let's focus on what you can control. That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Knight of Wands, Three of Cups, Two of Wands. Good. You can have some fun later. For now, get away from this. I don't know where you are with it. Continue to exit it. Okay? Because it's not a complete exit yet. Six of Swords, the Devil, Nine of Wands. You just went, fuck all that. Stop. Just, I'm trying to get away from that block. So I still see you putting up a wall or a defense or something that you feel that you are continuously attacked by. It wants you to participate real bad. And you're like, no. Stop looking at me. Stop trying to talk to me. Stop trying to work with me. Whatever it is. No. And that wall has been up for a hot minute, warding this off. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to turn back around. No. Please leave me alone. It's pretty serious. Yeah, but remember, with the devil here, it always takes two to participate. Be that an internal devil, one that you struggle with, okay? Or an external one, someone else. Either way. You're either wrestling with yourself or someone else. I believe it's external, but that's up to you. And your thing is, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to give in to the anger, right? It's really Star Wars right here. I'm not going to give in to the anger. Sometimes you want to, but you resist. Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You're saying right now, I'm keeping myself open to that which works. Literally, what works right here. This is what works. This is my jam right now. This is what makes me me. This is what makes me feel grounded and productive and healthy and normal. Thank you. Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. More of this. More of this, please. More of that. That's fine. And this is stuff you can control. And I know it looks like a bunch of work, but this is where you're finding comfort. Okay? It feels normal and consistent and sane. And again, emotional comfort is here, and grounding is here. And then, yeah, of course, it lends to your personal security, so that helps. And you've got a lot to do. Obviously, you're someone who values being productive, okay, and hard work. And you've got a lot of things up in the air. But still, they're your things, and they make sense to you. So keep on keeping on. Knight of Wands, 3 Cups, 2 of Wands. And then I see you having fun out there towards the end. Now, I'm assuming we're not having fun with this. But this is very light. It's very light. It's very fun. It's playful. It's exciting. A little sexy. All that's in there. Okay? 6 of Swords, the Devil, 9 of Wands. So I don't know, after some grounding, perhaps you decided to turn back around and play with the devil, or this is a completely different scenario. Let's take a look. 6 of Swords, the Devil, 9 of Wands. Six of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, the Lovers. Oh, you told that lover, leave me alone. I don't want to mess with you. I ain't trying to fuck around with you no more. Go away. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, the Lovers. Oh. It's unrequited in some way, by the way, with the Lovers and the Devil. What does that mean? In some way, it's not lining up, but it's coming out in a toxic pattern. In other words, it's the same story that keeps playing out again and again. No change, but the stakes keep getting higher and higher as the tension gets higher and higher. So what it does is it creates this stew pot of intense emotions that we become addicted to. We get addicted to the drama. We get addicted to the emotional intensity. But 1 or 2 people are intentionally holding out on key points in order to keep it going. And at some point, you got sick of this. You really got sick of it. And I need to get away from it. I need to back away from it. I'm caught up in some drama. I fucking know it. And 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. On the outside looking in, it looks like a comfortable back and forth. Right? This is someone you can hang out with. It's cool. It's cool. We go back and forth, this person and me. Nothing weird. It's nothing but weirdness. Emotional and spiritual, uptight weirdness. At some point we get sick of it. You get caught up in it. You get addicted to it, but also it kind of makes you sick. And at some point you get sick and tired of the sickness. It feels intense and weird and strung out, because it is. Like I said, 1 or 2 people are intentionally withholding key elements to keep the drama and intensity alive. Not to make it change or make it better or to rise to the challenge or the occasion, but no, to keep it right where it is. So remember that. Remember that. Guys, remember that. These things are hard to quit. 7 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So you're grounding out here, and this feels normal. This feels healthy. It feels stable, right? You're seeing to your own interest. So what do I mean by unrequited? Okay, what's an important element? Someone really wants to love and the other person is intentionally withholding it. Somebody really wants the passion, the sex, and the other person knows it. They're like, I know what you're up to. I'm not going to give you nothing. Whatever it is, emotion, sex, the physical reality, like I'm intentionally keeping you at arm's length and I connect to you when it's convenient and then I intentionally put you back there at arm's length. So again, we're playing games, but it's beyond the 5 of Swords at this point. It's become an addiction. Okay. It sucks. I hate to see the lovers play out like that. I really do. Because all that aside, all the bullshit and drama aside, it is technically a strong connection. But when it's misconstrued and intentionally misaligned from the beginning, in other words, I'm stepping into this with the wrong fucking feet, yeah, this is how it's going to play out. But if we step up to it boldly, beautifully, brilliantly, accepting it for what it is or rejecting it because we know we can't give it what it needs, and it's a beautiful thing. It becomes precious. The Moon, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Okay. And while you're out here busy, you're working. You're working. It's going well. Something is stirring under the moon for you. You're not fully acknowledging it. You're not fully acknowledging it while you're out there working. Because you're thinking, I'm just working. I'm a happy, healthy Cancer. I don't need any of that bullshit. I'm just working. Something's stirring for you under your moon. A little bit of a flare there, Page of Wands. A little bit of nerve starts to kick in. A little bit of energy, a little bit of passion starts stirring in your pot, but you're not acknowledging it. Okay. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't need a lot. Knight of Wands, Three of Cups, Two of Wands. When did we last see the Two of Wands for you? Okay. Now look, I'm all for happy, fun, sexy times. I am. But honey, this one's got too many strings attached to it. And they're all the wrong fucking strings. And when played together collectively, they make a horrible sound. You know what that sound is and you're sick of it. But at the same time, you're still drawn to it. The Hanged Man, Seven of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I'll just slow it down, man. That's what everybody says. I'm just going to slow it down. That's why I tell people speed is a big indication of issues in love. Telling me I'm going to take it slow is the same as telling me I'm going to take it fast. Intimacy? Oh yeah, you can absolutely make an argument for speed. Absolutely, it's different. It's the physical body. It's the physical form. Speed very much comes into play, but the emotional self, if you feel a need to control either direction, something's wrong. You see this? It connects fast, passionate. All right, let's have some fun. Fuck it. Fuck it. I've been working hard, and, you know, you've had some time to sort things out. I've had some time. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's have some fun. A Hanged Man, Seven of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. You're like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slow it down. I'm just not going to dip into those emotions as much or as frequently. So now you're showing me I got a plan. I'm just not going to be fast. That's all. No, the energy's already moving fast. It already is moving fast. Okay, it's already moving fast. That never changed. The intensity is still there. The swiftness is still there. So you saying I'm just going to take it slow in love, it's kind of too late for that. All you're telling me is I'm not going to look as eager. That's it. But yeah, you want to have some fun, and hey, you know what? I have no problem with people having fun unless they get hurt by their own fun. So listen, guys. Seven of Cups. Options. Core value. Emotional availability. But also in your context. Options. Yes, they are technically an option. One that you can choose from. You've chosen it before. You know where it takes you. That feeling of sickness. That you eventually end up feeling you need to block it. You get grounded, you start to get healthy, but then a restlessness stirs under your moon. That itch starts to rise up in you. You feel the need to scratch. Well, look who it is. It's a good thing I happen to know you, because you will jump right in there. That's the problem. So yes, they're an option. So while you're saying I know what to do, I can just slow it down. Maybe consider a different option. I want you to have fun. I want you to go out there and live life, but not to the point where it makes you sick and you feel the need to retreat. Okay, because slowing down the feeling for this, it's too late for that. Do you see how quickly that reconnected? How fast? Trying to reapproach this slow, like the speed isn't already established between you two. You could consider someone else, but you seem to be kind of, well, they're there and there. I know they're available, so. Hey, they're good for a laugh. They're good for a fun time. I see that. Cancer, honey. Look. If you don't expect too much from this connection, maybe you'll be okay. Yeah, but slowing it down, oh no. This moves fast and it moves freely. You connect to this, reconnect to it too easily, because that's the response you have with them. That's the pattern that's been established. So you can reroute this. That is possible. Okay, it is possible to pursue other options. You know, your situation kind of reminds me of that song, Hey Jealousy, by the Gin Blossoms, 90s, right? There's this great line in there. If you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down, because I really want to be with you. Yeah, it really does want to be with you, but don't expect too much from it. Do you want to continue to connect to somebody that you really shouldn't expect too much from? Fate, the detours, divine intervention. You know, perhaps expect a tower moment with this one. Maybe. This is your chance, by the way, to create a detour for yourself and give yourself some divine intervention, maybe. You can stop the course of things. You don't have to respond to this. It's a guaranteed emotional reaction. Yes, that is true. But there's a sense of codependency here, you know. We got a little addicted to the feeling of this. That intensity, that will they, won't they, the runner-chaser shit. Somebody's deliberately withholding their strongest elements to keep the other person in play. I know you said you'd slow it down, but honey, this particular connection is very much set in its ways. Yeah. I do believe you were destined to meet this person. I do. To teach you something. But if it's just for fun, be real with yourself. This is just for fun. I know it's not a healthy, sustainable, long-term connection. I know that. It's very intense, yes, but that doesn't mean it's healthy. No. You know, exercise is healthy, but if you become addicted to it, it stops being healthy. Now imagine a connection that you know from the outset's not good for you. Ace of Cups, new love in reverse. That's why I gave you the extra interpretation of the Seven of Cups. You can still continue to choose this as an option, yes. It doesn't matter, though, how you try to slow it down. It doesn't matter. But then you might be forsaking other opportunities. Give it some thought. Even if it's for a little bit, that's all I ask for from your tarot reader today. And, you know, my thoughts, my advice doesn't mean shit in the long term. It really doesn't. Anti-sassy. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It either means something to you and you listen or you won't. I can't make you do anything. You either resonate with this or you don't. But I would just say, give this a pause. It's not too late to change direction, to pursue other options. But I have to say, as you continue to pursue this, the opportunity for real authentic love with it becomes lesser and lesser, not more and more. And that's why it's unrequited. For at least one of you, the emotional component is being withheld. So if you want real love, lasting love, the kind that stays, has meaning, substance, and value, where someone authentically gives a shit about you and doesn't just pursue you for the sake of it, for the fun of it, the thrill of it, the chase of it, okay? You might want to consider other options. You're a catch. Okay. But you got a lesson here. You're like, I don't want to learn it yet. I don't want to. I know I said this the other day for somebody else's collective reading. Where are we in time? Oh, yours is way over like it always is. You know, the sooner you realize you're on the wrong train, the sooner you can get off and take the correct one. But the longer it takes you to realize you're on the wrong train, the more you have to double back on your investment of the journey. KFS, we have the medallions of Gemini, Sagittarius, Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, certainly. The seasons might be important to you, particularly now whilst we are in Gemini season, but will be in your season before you know it. So, next couple weeks. I know they're fun. But are they life? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.